Helps if you turn the mic on, folks. Hello and welcome to Kedrick Farms. Today we're going to be checking out FS25. If I can get all of my windows lined up here and all of my audio set up, I think we're ready to jump on into things. Now, unlike a lot of individuals out there, I have not gotten a chance to check this out at all yet. I did receive a copy a couple of days ago, but I just haven't been home. So we're going to be diving into this live, and we're going to fix our camera first. We're pointed the wrong way, folks. It's going to disorient me if we don't look the right direction on screen here. There we go. All right, hopefully I can avoid having to Alt-Tab out too much more. And holy buckets, is the audio loud in here. Let's go ahead and dial this down just a little bit here. That sounds a little bit better. Y'all will have to let me know as we get into things if it gets better here, or if I need to make other adjustments. But we're going to be jumping into the US map here and checking that out. I've lost my chat window, so I'm going to Alt-Tab one last time here, hopefully, and get chat brought back up onto the screen. There we go. That's looking better. And I think for today, because we haven't... Oh, I can set my starting money here. Oh, look at that. Well, we're going to give ourselves $1 million just so that we can check out more of the equipment. I'm going to have a started tour with the intro tour. Why not? Let's go for the full new farmer experience just to see what they've got. The loading screen has all kinds of new information here for us, which I'm actually kind of digging. You kind of get bored sitting on the loading screen with some of the larger maps once modded maps come in. And Dan, you're saying the music is still too loud? Let's adjust that once we get in here for a second. I can't do it while we're on the loading screen. It does seem a bit loud to me as well. It's funny, as I always have to rely on watching the videos after the fact to see how loud or quiet the audio is. Oh no. Alright, we're stuck in a tutorial. Okay, I don't want to do this anyway. Let's go back. I don't need to learn how Farm Sim works. We're gonna skip that part. We're gonna go adjust our audio, and we'll be right back here. Come on, let's try this. Sound. Yeah, see, music's already at like 40%. Let's take that down. There we go. We're gonna go to 20. That sounds about right in my head. And we're gonna just jump right through this again. I think we were going to turn that off. I didn't understand what that was, and I don't want to be trapped in a tutorial for the first half hour of the game. Old man Jeb, how you doing, sir? Just sold everything from FS22 main save, started from scratch and ended with 4 million. Very nice. Permas, how you doing, dude? Happy Friday farming. Exactly. I'm excited. K-State dialing in from Thailand. Good to see you, man. Hopefully everything's going well out there lately. Hopefully the music is more bearable now. And we've got the new character creation, although it doesn't look like it's too terribly different. This is like a bad comb over. Honestly, that's kind of what I usually have. I'm not going to worry about my hair too much because we are going to switch out here in a minute to wearing a hat. Honestly, I don't see a lot of extra options in here. I want my hoodie. Do the hoodies still exist? There we go. We're going to go through and recreate our original character here from FS22. We've been rocking the same look all this time. No need to get fancy now. There we are. Confirming our choices, and boom, we're right into the game. Now, looks like some things haven't changed from FS22, which is the little bit of stutter as you start to move around on a new map due to the cache. I was kind of hoping starting out on a US map that they give me US equipment. So what we've got in here is a brand new store, and I've seen this a little bit. I was actually paging through this stuff with Grant yesterday, and one of the coolest things I think that they've done in FS25, if we come in here, is most of the equipment now has a US and EU design, so that you can turn off all of the ugly EU warning symbols. Apologies if I'm offending any of my EU friends here, but it just doesn't look right to me. I much prefer this style, and the fact that they've gone in and done that for most of the equipment here, or probably any of the equipment that actually has a configuration like that, is huge for someone like me playing in the US that wants to check things out. Used vehicle sales is still a thing. This is all pretty familiar, although the one thing I noticed is there isn't an owned equipment tab here like there used to be. But I can see all my vehicles right in here real quick, so let's see what I've got. I've got a Challenger, I've got this little farm tech thing, I got a Great Plains Cedar, John Deere 3650, a John Deere 980, so there's John Deere tillage equipment now. I've got a Massey Ferguson harvester, and that's about it. So we don't have a whole lot of starting equipment. Let's take a quick look at the map here and orient ourselves before we jump into driving around our equipment. There's a lot of fields on this map. I'm sure they're not terribly large. In fact, most of them look pretty small. We'll see what it looks like once we get into it. Oh my goodness, excuse me. But we do start with a fair amount of fields here. It looks like we've got the farm area, and then we have field 2, 3, 4, and 5. I can't seem to click on all of the fields, though. What's going on? There we go. Farmland 4. Farmland 5. All right. Well, I was hoping when I clicked on it, it'd tell me what crop it was, like some details here, but apparently not. We just have to match the colors up ourselves. It looks like I probably got some barley, maybe some wheat, a fallow field, and some canola. I've got 2 fields ready to harvest. The other ones are not. We're still at 2-stage fertilization, so no precision farming or anything like that built into this. Yeah, everything else seems pretty straightforward. It looks like they consolidated a lot of the map-based functions into this one tab. I've got growth calendars. This is pretty similar. I love that the weather is consolidated onto this screen, though. I have a cow pasture. Looks like I'll have to tab through my different animal pens up here. But we do have, it looks like 3 cows. I've got contracts available and active, so we might check out some contracts in a little bit. I've got a whole bunch of production chains on the map that are available, none owned yet. The vehicle tab we already took a look at, and yeah, into settings. All right, well, all that looks great. Let's jump into a tractor. I'm looking for our harvester here. All right, so first time in. Looks like no steering wheel support by default. Interesting. That's unfortunate. I wonder what's going on there. Can I actually change controller settings from inside the game now? Let's scroll through here real quick. General settings, controls. Nope, this is all the normal stuff. I'm going to save. And then we're going to go back to the main menu real quick and just see if there's an option to enable this. I already set the dead zones on all of the devices, so the game knows it's there. They're just not turned on. Options. Input controls. Gamepads and steering wheels are turned on. I'm going to turn that off. I do have my Tobii eye tracker. I just don't have it set up right now. I've got force feedback enabled. Hang on, let's go here. No, where was my, right there. Okay, see, axis 1, it knows the steering wheel's installed. my brake pedal, my other pedals. My farm stick isn't on this list. Oh, device, Thrustmaster, right up there. And here's my farm stick. That's all good. Okay, so how come, if I come in here, I don't have any steering wheel set up? Yeah, none of the Thrustmaster controls got loaded. What happens if I hit reset? Nothing. Well, that's really unfortunate. Alright, here we go. Alright, there's my acceleration. There's my braking. Steer right. That doesn't seem right at all. Hang on. Maybe? That should be an axis. Oh my goodness. Accelerate, brake, steer right. Trigger a button or press an axis in the desired direction. We'll see what that does real quick. I was kind of hoping that it was going to work out of the box. Bruce, how you doing, man? We are already experiencing technical difficulties, and we're, what, 5 minutes in? I had to wait and download the game this morning to actually play, because the CDs that they sent me wouldn't work in my my ancient DVD drive. In fact, I don't even have a DVD drive in my computer anymore. I had to go scavenge one from an old PC in the closet, and I've got it like wired but sitting outside the case right now just to try and get it to work. Wouldn't read the DVDs, so we're waited to download, so I literally installed this a few minutes before the stream. Oh, and that's working now. I've got a huge dead zone now. Okay, well, at least we've got steering. Let's try this out. Wow, the dead zone is like 90 degrees past center. All right, well, we'll struggle through. Can I get rid of the F1 menu? I can, all right. Okay, back it up. Let's do this. I'm really curious to play around with the, what do you call it? The new workers. Need to unfold the harvester. All right, let's go external for this. Looking good. I do like there doesn't seem to be any lag when I switch between in-person and, or third person and first person. Alright, we're gonna do the first pass. Oops, semi-manually here. Oh, this 50% dead zone is gonna kill me. Hang on. There we go. Oh, we're in kilometers an hour? That's not gonna fly. Let's see. Game settings. Time scale. Let's go back down to real time. There's gotta be some settings for this. I must be missing them. Seasons is on. 1 day months. Crop destruction's on. Automatic engine start, we're gonna go off. Everything else is normal. General settings, here we go. Money unit, the dollar, miles, Fahrenheit, acres. Still no option for bushels, how unfortunate. Input controls all look good. Save those just in case I crash. There's been there was a day one patch here for us, so we have already patched the game. My understanding is they've been patching daily for the gold and silver partners that had access to things all week. Ooh. The vehicle sounds are nice and loud. Let me know if this is too loud for anybody. I'm going to take this first pass here, and then we're going to turn around, turn GPS on, And then, yeah, we'll take a quick look at the shop and see what kind of U.S. equipment we can expect to be playing with here. I know there's a lot more U.S. options for things than there used to be, which is great for me. I might actually do a normal playthrough on the base game map. We'll start a Let's Play series up this week and dive right into things. So, let's see here. I want to do a AI worker. If I push H, oh, he's gonna do something. Hang on. Oh, here we go. I can hold H to bring up the menu. Let me back up and get pointed straight here for a second. What I wanted to do was turn on a steering assist, and it gets all of the things here. I want... Does this update in real time? What's that gonna look like? Oh, it does. They're not quite real time, but I don't want to be at an angle. So if I want to go up, down rows, side, show lines, on. Okay. Oh, look at that. And then we turn this on. I'm gonna hold to the line, drop my header back down. Well, that's actually surprisingly easy. We're gonna be doing some tutorial videos on all of this stuff, but I'm super excited about that. And then if we hop in here to the shop real quick while we run to the end, what do we got? Harvesters. They've changed the store up a lot. I really like this, actually. They do have an AF11 in the store now, and yeah, it looks good. We've got some different options, short and long pipe. Not a ton of options, but I do have some different wheel options. There's no tracked option. There is a tracked. Crawler tracks. All right, we've got it all. I have to hop out here. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right. What was the other combines that we had here? I've got the New Holland CR11 in here, and I've got some different wraps on it, apparently. So that's pretty cool. I should have a gold version of this, I think, as a partner early access. I think I've got all the perks. We've got a base game X9 as well. So I've got a US versions. I've got different pipes. So I can have the no warning symbols version of the pipe. And unfortunately, the wheel options change back to EU every time I go through this. But we've got, oh yeah, nice wide tracks for the US version. That's cool. So let's take a quick look, though. I'm curious what other equipment we've got. This is vehicles. How do I look at... Oh, it says vehicles, but it means equipment. All right, so yield improvements, forage harvesting, grassland. I want to look for the planters out of curiosity and see what we've got. I must be missing it. Hang on. Drivables, loaders, trailers, soil cultivation. What do I got in plows? Nothing American. Cultivators, I've got a 980. I've got Summers. I'm not sure I've heard of this brand. Looks kind of John Deere to me. So we've got some bigger stuff. Oh, we're missing the... Oh, we've got a Kenzie. We don't have the case one in here that we used to have. So we're going to be keeping through this. Let's see what else. Seeding. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. We've got our Great Plains. This has been in every farm sim since the beginning of time, I think. No US-style big air drills. I know Custom Modding has already said that they're bringing their John Deere air drill to the game. Oh, interesting. The John Deere planter from FS22 isn't in here. We've got the Kidsy, though. That's a 18. Yeah, this is a decent size, but no John Deere. I still hate that even though we've put on miles, I see miles per hour here, but they won't just give me the feet, right? It's still going to be in meters. I just wish that they would add the rest of the unit translations here. I've got a Hardy sprayer is my only real option in here. What else? I do love that they combined the spraying categories, so now self-propelled and trailered, right, are in the same categories now. I've got, yeah, oh, I'm missing some of the other base game stuff from 19 for manure spreaders too. Interesting. Yeah, it always, I always find it fascinating when they change up what kind of equipment shows up from the game to game. Like, I get the licensing aspect of it, but I'm surprised some things aren't in here, I guess I should say. We've got a good selection of harvesters. Unfortunately, I can't get a US version of the John Deere choppers, but that's okay. We've got a New Holland option here. Not quite. That's okay. We can run the Kloss version. The Kloss versions in the US actually have all of that branding on them anyway. All right, well, that's fun. Lots of equipment there. A lot more options than we've had in the previous iterations, which is great. I'm gonna lock this line, and we're gonna take off these headlands real quick. I'm loving the new GPS. They have done a good job there. And Tanko, too bad pre-order doesn't get early access. Yeah, I wonder if they'll start doing that eventually, where if you pre-order, you get it a day early or something. Lego Farms swapping equipment. There is swapping equipment. There's a new MacDon pack that's available that I will go bring up here in just a second. I'm gonna take the rest of this headland off. And boom, just like that, it detects that's the lane that I want. Good deal. If I just pull this back up, where was that swapping equipment? Not under grassland. Root crops. Oh, this is the other area. The root crops. We've got amity in here, so I'm going to actually be doing some sugar beets at some point. This is pretty cool looking equipment. I can't wait to try this out. Excited to see them added into the game. As well as some of this vegetable stuff might be fun to play around with. We do have both the case and the John Deere cotton harvester. And I'm just looking here. There's got to be some swathing equipment in here because I have the MacDon pack early access. I installed it just before the stream. I'm not seeing it though. Oh my goodness, and we've got crop destruction turned on. This is why you got to pay attention, folks. However, this is a great time to show off the deformable terrain here. You can see we're leaving some tire tracks in the dirt. The tire tracks are a little excessive, but I think it's a good thing actually, because watch the combines kind of bouncing as we go over some of these bumps and stuff. I really like that effect. I think this is a good start. You know, we've been asking for stuff like this for a while, and Giants has figured out how to do it, at least to some degree. Let's get over here on the right track. There we go. All right, I don't know why my GPS line is halfway in the middle of this one, but that's all right. We'll figure that out on the next pass. Mr. John, how you doing, sir? Brody Farms will swap there. Should be in the same category as harvesters and headers from what you've seen. Let me take another look. Maybe I just missed it. Harvesters. I am definitely getting used to the order in which these things show up. Yeah, I'm wondering if, even though I installed it, I didn't actually remember to activate it, like it's a mod or something like that. I think that might be what's going on, where I had to select that as a mod before I hosted my game. I don't know how the new mod system works yet in FS25. I think it's changed ever so slightly, because I don't have my harvester either, and I installed that mod right before the stream as well. So I'll play around with that a little bit off camera, because it'd be cool to, like, you could swap the canola, right, and then pick up those swaths. I think that would be a fun change of pace here. I did that in FS19 with the mods, so it's cool to see functionality like that coming to base game. Now, what I want to do is try out the regular worker here as well. I'm curious if I can just switch from doing steering assist to having this thing run the field for me. So we're going to get down to the other end of the field. I'm going to take the other headland off because otherwise we're going to just drive over it. Well, there's not that much left, but we're going to jump into the helper mode and just see if I can change modes at midfield, because I think that'd be a lot of fun. Good to see the AB line base game. It is. It's really cool. Let me adjust this camera back. Let me know if you guys have any hard times hearing me. I'm trying to keep things out of frame. It always annoys me when the mic's hanging in the middle of the picture. Yeah, so for me so far, from what I've seen in FS25, they've done a great job of taking a lot of the cool features from the mods, like the core mods that every PC player has, and adding them to base game so that console users are going to get access to some of these quality of life things. The fact that we now have, what do you call it? We have GPS, AB lines, guidance steering in the base game is going to be huge for a lot of players. We'll go in cab here. I think the transition between first and third person has also been super smooth for me this morning. I'm really enjoying that. Oops. We'll let guidance steering get us onto the right thing. I think my lines are not actually... They're like too narrow for what we're doing. Maybe we have it because the headlands are overlapping more. Maybe that's what's going on. Either way, I'm going to pull in here. Yeah, no, our lines seem really small for our tractor, or our header here. But it's auto setting that. Number of headlands, work the headlands. I'm going to turn that off. I want this to go... Yeah, see, I can't take that same course from the steering assist and use it here. It's going to want to go on the angles instead of the straight up and down that we set, and it won't let me adjust the heading to match that. So, for better or worse, we're kind of stuck finishing this part off on ourselves if we don't want to just start over. I could have probably just started with... Oops. Doing the field the way they wanted me to. Alright, we gotta go back and get that. Oh my goodness! We're running over everything. It's a learning experience today, folks. I can't even blame the ridiculous dead zone on that. Alright. Well, we'll clean up this mess. Must be on WAAS, not RTK. There you go. We're on Ketter, picked a random direction to harvest this field mode. I'm gonna skip a few, just grab a random line here. Nice. I was wondering if the GPS would kick off while I straightened my wheel back out, because I just turned my wheel almost 180 degrees there, and it didn't kick me out of GPS on the way in, which is good. Confirmed feature, FS25 does not make Ketter a better driver. That is true. We're gonna have to add the crash counter back in for future live streams. We've got it. It's there somewhere. I gotta keep an eye on my clock today. My son has a half day at school this morning, and so he's not quite old enough where I want him to walk home from the bus stop on his own, which is like at the end of our driveway almost. You can see the bus from our front door, but he's only 7, and he might get upset because I think the doors are all locked upstairs right now. So I've got an alarm set here to not forget to jump off at noon and go get the kid from the bus stop. But I can see myself getting lost in this pretty quickly. What I want to do, though, and we do have seasons installed, I wonder if there's any crops I can plant here in August, or if we're going to be having to skip a bunch of time to start planting crops. Oh boy, we're all over the place. We can't live with ourselves if we miss that little bit. Is the header not down? Oh, the header is down. One really cool feature that I noticed, and I want to go check this out right now because I'm seeing that my view is a little bit off, is if I come into games, is it game settings? No, general settings. Oh, that might be only out on the main menu. There was a setting for my field of view, and it's not here, it's outside of the game. You can set your field of view settings for first person, third person, and your view when you're just running around on foot, all separately. And I used to have to use a mod to do that. And I wish I had set my field of view a little bit steeper. I think I'm at 60 right now, and usually I do 45 on my external, so that it doesn't look quite so zoomed out when we're in third person mode here. But the fact that they made those separate settings is awesome. I just wish I could do field of view within the game. That would have been cool. I'm sorry, Tanko, not a Seasons mod, but I do have the base game Seasons enabled, versus I could turn it off so that we could plant whatever we want whenever we want, but I'm using Seasons, which means that I can't plant in the middle of August, most likely. I don't think there's too many crops that we're going to be able to plant here. So I'm going to just finish out this little bit of the field that we've got left here, and then we're going to switch gears and we're going to let an AI worker do the other field completely and see what kind of trouble he gets into. And while we're doing that, I'm going to look and see if there's something that we can plant somewhere. Because I'd really like to experience all aspects of the game this morning, see what we can see, and then we need to get in a truck and go drive around here. That's one thing we didn't look at yet, is the options for trucks. I know that there's an international truck, like a pickup truck, not just semis, in the game now. So let me see if I can get on this AV line. There are actually pickup trucks in the game now that are branded for the first time. Where did that go? I think it's a category called drivables. Here we go, cars and bikes. Right there. We've got a nice international series old school pickup truck, which will be my go-to in a base game, I think. Looks pretty cool. That's design 1. We can put a toolbox in there. We can put a trailer hitch on. And what are my color options here? Honestly, I kind of like the beige-ish color, international beige. Even the rims. So we're going to buy one of those to tool around the map with, I think. Oh my goodness. We weren't in the menu that long. It's a good thing I don't have a crash counter enabled right now. Farmer Matt, how you doing, man? Is precision farming included in base game? It is not, unfortunately. I don't know how long it'll take that mod to come out to Farm Sim. I know in FS22 they launched it a few months after launch, I think. I can't remember how long it took, but it took a little while. So we'll be stuck dealing with it the way that we've got it, with all the base game options. We're going to bring this over into the yard and get it unloaded into our goofy little trailer here. And then we will figure out how this AI worker stuff works. All right, there's that. Oh, we'll come back to that in just a second. Oh, we've got tillage, that's right. We could be starting some tillage. But first, we're gonna hop into this John Deere and see if I can go find our trailer. Looks like we got automatic shifting turned on at the moment. That's fine. We're gonna go in cab here, see how this looks. Actually looks pretty good. Got a silo system over here. I have no idea where my trailer is. We're just tooling around the farm here real quick. I love the bumps. I saw it when we started off. It was in one of these sheds. Ooh, a little bit of a lurch there. How do I do third person? Hang on. That's worth looking up because now we have third person mode. You know what? Is it just the... Yeah, it's the same key that you use when you're in a tractor. Alright. So, there's our drill. I don't see it there. Man, we can run. Alright, oh, here's my trailer. Oh, there's a boat in there. Nice. So let's go grab our tractor and get this trailer going. Nice to see you playing the game early. Just started watching, so watching from the start. Awesome, dude. Well, you'll catch up eventually there, Michael, and hopefully you'll hear this. I love how he has no response to crash counter being needed. No, the crash counter needs to come back. I'm the first to admit that I'm just a terrible driver in Farm Sim. Alright, here we go. Oh, hang on. Realistically, I would always be looking out this side because my levers are on the right-hand side. Some habits from real-life farming. Oh, we are not lined up. Good thing Farm Sim is forgiving. Alright. Ooh, man. We could get used to some first person at some point. But I do kind of like to watch what's going on the big screen here. Zoom on out. Oh, I left the header on. That's definitely not a good thing. Whoa, whoa. Alright, let's turn that down. Perfect. Well, we'll get this all emptied out. Hopefully it fits in this little trailer. And I can figure out how to haul this up to the elevator while we're letting the worker do the next field. Am I crazy, or did the screen just flicker a bit? It feels like the whole background flickered for a second. Alright. I'm gonna just open up this part of the headland here. Oh, and it's already got GPS lines all sorted out for me. That's kind of cool. AI worker, we're going to work the headlands. We're going to start with the headlands, and we're going to skip one line so that turning is a little bit easier. Not probably realistic for a harvester. We'll not skip any lines for this. And I'm just going to start him off. We're going to see what he does. It looks like he has figured out that we're in a good spot to get going on this field. So there he goes. I want to see him do the first corner here, and we'll see what happens. You've seen the flicker on PS5. That's weird. I mean, I know it's early access. They've probably got 2 or 3 more patches to put out before the game launches, but that was a consistent problem with Farm Sim 22, so I'm really disappointed to see that that whole flicker of all the textures. As a developer myself, I understand what's happening there, but there could be any number of reasons why it's happening, and that's always unfortunate to see stuff like that. And I guess I consider Farm Sim and Giants to be as close to AAA in the farming simulation space as you can get. They've got a huge team, and I'm not running some old, outdated card, right? I've got a NVIDIA 4090, so I shouldn't be getting weird texture flickers like that. There it was again, all the crops just flickered. Fascinating. Well, hopefully they get that sorted out with a patch here before day one, but in the meantime, we'll just we'll stop pointing it out because it'll drive me nuts otherwise. Oh my goodness, Farmer Matt, I have had a head cold all week. I had lost my voice. I did the live stream earlier in the week on FS22, kind of trying to knock out the last of my achievements, which I did off camera, finish those by the way. But man, I have just been all congested and losing my voice and all kinds of stuff this week, so I didn't manage to get as much stuff done leading up to launch day here as I'd hoped. I'm gonna let that go, and we're gonna jump into this thing. Man, that almost didn't start. I like the audio there. Let's take a look at the map and figure out where I want to go here. So now I'm down in the middle of the map at the shop. Our farm is up here. What is that? That is Ben. Oh, are the different NPCs on the map actually on the map? That's kind of cool. I'm actually really excited about the NPC stuff. Not because I think the base game is going to have anything particularly cool with that. I'm more excited to see what modders are going to be able to do with it. Oh look, they're advertising year 1 pass, 3 packs plus an expansion. So I guess this is as good a time as any, but if you do want to pre-order that, there's a link in the description of the video for pre-ordering both FS25 as well as the expansions. If you use my code, it supports the channel and helps me get to a better partner status with Giants, so I can do some of these preview events and stuff with y'all. But that's about as much self-advertising as I'm going to be able to bring myself to do in this stream, so take it or leave it. The link is right there at the top. Yeah, I've noticed that flicker a couple more times. I know I said I'm not going to keep mentioning it, but it was there. We're going to have to report some bugs back to Giants and try to find some timestamps in the stream to let them know what's going on. I am going to turn into a few of these spots in town here. I do like the layout of the town. I like that elevator a lot better. I was so sick of the ramps in FS22. This is going to be so much easier once we get to auto drive and course play and those kind of things. And this reminds me a lot of some of the small towns in Midwest America where honestly there's just giant like parking lots attached to the street like that where you can kind of go in and out. This 90-degree dead zone though works fine with the tractor. I can't handle it on the road here. We're going to crash into too many things. I have no idea what's going on with my steering wheel. That is another bug report we're going to have to put in here. But I like this little pickup. It looks cool. I'm going to head up this way. Own use. Reap what you sow. Well, I didn't actually plant anything, so okay. I wonder if it's, as I move into a new area, if it's flickering because I'm loading all the textures for that, like it's still caching some textures. Here's a farm, the Sunset Farm. Looks like a bunch of sunflowers and stuff over there. So it's kind of an interesting little sheltered parking area. Yeah, it's a cozy little town. I like it. There's a farmer's market. All the billboards, though, advertising the game. I guess it's better than... I don't know. Like, last time around, I felt like they had some supporting the different brands that were in the game and stuff. But now it's just all advertisements for the 1-year season pass. Alright, we're going to keep going. best game starter pickup ever. It is way better than having a lizard truck. I do like having an actual branded truck. It looks cool. Oh, that is a edge of a map. Red X. All right. Well, let's head down this path then. I am liking the subtle rolling hills here as we move around to the different fields. This is a very interesting road junction. Excuse me. All right, where am I at? Let's pull up the big map here. I know my head's kind of in the way. We are on this map somewhere. Oh, we're up in the top center here. I can't do the course play trick to push my middle mouse button to get my mouse out to point at things. All right, we're gonna jump back over here for a second and take a look. Well, I said we were gonna go figure out where to sell some grain, didn't I? So instead of driving this guy around, I'm gonna come in here and we're gonna try to create a job. Can I not select a vehicle to create a job? What about the one I'm driving? Create job. And I want to go to our farm. Our farm is here. I want to go to here. Target position. And I'm going to say right there. All right, start job. Off he goes. We're going to see if he shows up. We're going to get our tillage going real quick before I forget about it. I kind of like this Challenger look here. Can I unfold it? What is that? Nope. It used to be G to switch between. I was hoping I could fold out my blinker arms there. Let me disconnect. And no, there is no fold. Okay. Yeah, control group is still G. There we go. Lower cultivator, toggle map. Nope. I can honk. Alright. Well, blinker arms do not come out on the base game tractor as far as I can tell. Unless there's a dedicated control for that. Boston Gaming, how you doing, man? You love the terrain of the map? Yeah, I think that this map feels pretty good, all things considered. Some of the base game maps in the past I have not necessarily been super impressed with, but this one looks okay. What is this guy doing? Work headlines on, start with up, down. Okay, it already has good default settings for the tillage, so I'm just going to let him do his thing, or her, as the case may be. And we're going to run over here. Looks like my combine has not crashed and is working on up-down rows now. That's perfect. You don't think the older tractors have blinker arms? Well, it clearly does. Hang on. Right here, right? You can see they're folded up on the back. Those arms should fold out when you're driving, but they're not. Okay. The market screen. Oh, I love this update to this screen. Everything all in one place. This is a much better layout. What am I trying to sell? Canola. So we're going to click here on canola. I'm going to sort. It's already sorted by price. It's not sorted by price. I can't. Oh no, I can't sort it? Seriously? Come on, guys. That's some pretty basic functionality. Goldcrest Valley train. I don't want to settle the train just yet. So we're going to go to Grand River Silo. Tag place. And then we're going to look at the map and see how obvious it is. Right there. Not super obvious, but how do I get there? I'm going to go up this road, over, up, and around. Oh my goodness, that's going to be difficult. Broder Guy, how you doing, man? Appreciate you resubscribing. It's been a little bit. Hope you're doing well, sir. I'm way behind on chat, partially because chat is actually delayed significantly for me since I'm streaming in 1040 or whatever it is, 1440. I just looked at this map and I already forgot where we're going. Hang a right, go through town, all the way up and around. We'll see if I can remember this. What was the... Nope. I don't even remember what the key is for my blinkers either. Let's see. I said go through town. I don't know if it was this way through town, but I can see the marker. I do like the distance to my destination marker. It's a little bit easier to see. We've definitely gone the wrong way. I'm going to have to make a left at the Y here, because I don't want to go across the tracks. Oh my goodness. Fender, one question you have is, are random decorations throughout the map available to be deleted, and can the entire map be purchased? So I haven't seen that the random decorations can get turned off. But whether or not the whole map can be purchased, let's take a look here. I haven't actually looked at purchasing land. I don't think so. I think you have to click on an area. Like, all this extra area is able to be purchased, but the town areas are not. So it's just the farmland areas that you can purchase, as you can see here. And it's a little bit different than it was previously. You don't push X and see the grid layout. You just click on the fields one by one to get to the purchasing option. Alright, I think I just need to go to this first crossroad and cut over. Let me swing in here. Woo! 90-degree dead zone. We're gonna have to really telegraph our turns. The map does look really good. The flickering's driving me nuts, though. I'm gonna have to see if there's a driver update maybe for FS25. I know for FS22 there was a specific driver update from NVIDIA. I don't have DLSS or anything like that enabled right now either, because I know in the past that's caused problems. Hey, I can still trash signs. I love it. Alright, I think I just follow this curvy road all the way down here by the river, and that's our elevator way over there. Loving it. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Don't need to take out more signs than necessary. Alright. Yeah, the aesthetics look cool. I love the fog on the water. Especially in the morning, very realistic. The visuals, I haven't commented on this in general, but the colors look better to me than FS22. I never liked the dark coloring, or, you know, I don't know how to describe it. It's more vibrant. FS25 is more vibrant, and that might not necessarily be realistic, but I do like how it looks, especially from a content creation perspective. I think it's going to be so much easier to create good videos on. I always felt like it was too dark and drab before. Nice shallow ramp, I like it. Alright. And thankfully, they haven't changed any of my core keybinds from FS22. I don't have to remember which keys to push. I haven't had caffeine in months, and with being sick and all, I haven't gotten much sleep, so we're breaking our no caffeine streak. I think I got all of 3 hours of sleep last night. So we just sold all that grain, and I missed how much we sold it for, so let's see if we have a finance screen. We do. Look at that. I love that they just combined it. I hated having to scroll through a million things over here. This is going to take some getting used to, but it's really nice. So we bought our pickup truck. We've had property income. Not sure what we're doing to make money. We've paid for fuel with our workers because our workers are set up to auto pay for things. And we made $10K on selling that grain there. We've also incurred $300 of worker fees. Nice. What's under my statistics menu now? Anything new? Worked acres. Yeah, this is pretty standard, but it's nice to see it all in one spot. All right. Well, let's get going here. Back up to the farm. See if we can manage to maybe take a different path through town and stuff. Boston Gaming, I am getting better, but you could probably hear it. I'm really nasally today. Still got a bit of the sniffles, quite a bit of coughing, but we're going to power through because FS25 is exciting. Maybe you already checked it out, but is the seasons menu or aspects of it any different compared to FS22? That's a great question. I didn't spend much time on it. In fact, I think I just tabbed past it. Let me come in here. I'm going to tell this guy to drive back up to the farm for me. If we click on him, I'm going to create a job, and I'm going to tell him to go to the farm right here. Start job. That way we're at least on the move. So the crop calendar aspect is very much the same as FS22. You can see we have planting and harvest timelines. We can actually plant canola in August here, so we're going to be jumping in and doing a little bit of that here in a moment. But none of this has really changed. Our weather is showing up down here now, which is just a superficial menu-based change. But anything else related to seasons, that's pretty much all there is, right? There's not a lot else to giant seasons. We still have all the same growth where we've got stubble tillage, cultivated plowed, the different stages of growing. Our fertilization is still just 2-stage with weeds if you have it turned on, lime, rolling mulch, stones, right? All of this stuff is pretty much the same. I think watered is for the new crops like rice. Yeah, nothing really different here. But like Tenko just said, I love the new icons. Everything, it's a little cartoony, but it's bright. It's easy to see. It's labeled well. I do like the new UI improvements a lot. I will say selfishly, I'm learning a lot here on decent UI design for all of this. These are things that I'm definitely going to be mentally taking away in my own game development adventures. I've seen a lot of things that I like in FS25 here. Brian P., great question about the loans. I don't even know where I can do loans. The contract system is cool. I'll get to loans in just a second, but since that came up, I love seeing that all the contracts have individuals tied to them now, and it's kind of divided up here, shows you where on the map you need to go and all that good stuff. The finances is here, and this is exactly the same as it was before as far as I could tell, right? You could borrow and repay on the menu here. If I borrow 5K, there's not like any kind of a menu that comes up. There's no more advanced feature functionality here at all. And just like that, the worker has managed to get up here, so I'm going to just stop him real quick, and we're going to see if we can unload an AI driver on the go or not. He's stopped right now, so we're going to come in here and get him unloaded at least partially. I was kind of hoping he'd just start off on the way back down here, but he didn't. So I'm going to take most of what he's got. I'm going to leave a little bit in there. Let's pull away and see if he starts working now that he's partially empty. He does. Great. And we're gonna pull up alongside him and see if we can unload. I'm curious how the AI worker works for this in the field. I can unload on the go. I'm a terrible driver, grain cart driver. I was terrible in real life too. I was so bad at driving grain cart on the farm that I got promoted to combine driver because I was more or less likely to cause issues driving the combine than I was driving the grain cart. True story. Okay, let's bring this up. AI worker. I'm curious what he thinks, like, if I just push H here. No. Deliver, load and deliver. Yeah, no automatic combine unloading for the driver, unfortunately. Should try out the new J&M grind cart at some point, and the 8RX. Ooh, there's an 8RX. All right, well, we got $1 million for a reason. So we've done quite a bit of this basic stuff. Let's get some new equipment on the farm here. I wonder if this thing will pull this little drill here. We're gonna get the drill hooked up just because I want to see every little piece in action, and then we'll head out there. Oh, I've got a bag of seed here. How EU of them. How do I refill? I know I'm close enough because the things went up. Apparently it is not R to refill though. Or, if it is, I can't do it from the bag. This is seeds. Can I go in person and pick this up? I can definitely not pick this up. Not surprising, but they gave me seeds that I can't use. I have gotten stuck on this door. There we are. Alright, well that is most unfortunate. Why would they give me a seed that I can't fill? They didn't give me anything that I can lift that seed bag up with. I must be missing something, hang on. I'm gonna maybe back this back through this doorway? Maybe not. Oh, my steering wheel's all off. I'm trying to do it with the keyboard because of the dead zone with my steering wheel. And it doesn't help if you leave the steering wheel cranked all the way to one side. Alright, normally it would be R to refill, but I'm not seeing it, so I'm just going to double check my... Wait. I thought I saw fill. Okay, I'm just going to double check my controls super quick to make sure I'm not missing something. Interact. Vehicle. Dump. Tool functions. Change seeds. I would have expected it to be in that section there that we just skipped past. If somebody sees the key binding here, let me know. Crane, placeable. It's not going to be game. Gearbox, lights. Oh, here we go, lights. Keypad 2. Okay. We'll try that. Oh, wait. Work light, front, back, turn signals. Okay. Back up to the section we were in. Vehicle working. Work with. Nope. Okay. Dump is I. No, no. Attach. Toggle tip side. All this stuff is the same. Change seeds is Y. I don't see I just don't even see the key binding. It's not like I'm pushing the wrong key. It's like there is no key. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm already missing my mod to sell or to buy stuff in my yard instead of the dealership. So let's see. We've got a large tractor. I have an 8R series. Here's an 8RX series. Let's go US. All right. Go up to the 410. I've got 3 points. I have weights. What other options? Just 3 point. Oh, on the front. I got it. All right, we're going to get one of these. How much is that going to cost me? $500,000. We'll just lease it. Okay. And then what else did I want? I wanted to check out the new grain cart we just said. So I'm going to come in here. We've got J&M as an officially licensed brand. We've got our Elmer from before, the Conveyor, our Demco. But we're going to get this nice J&M. And I can get the twin wheels or the crawler track. Ooh, crawler tracks. Well, we're going to go for the crawler track version, see how that works off, and we'll stay with the base J&M red. Oh, I've got J&M yellow. Interesting. Green. Well, you know me, I like my black for my grain cart, so let's do this. I'm going to lease one of those. I wonder if you're allowed to change the options on leased equipment now. Let's tab around and get over here. And I'm just going to double check. So this is our tractor. I didn't see any tracks options in the selection when I was picking this, I don't think. Alright. Open cover. That's right, we're back to base game controls. That's one keybind that I always had to remap to get it to work with some of this modded equipment. I'm looking for the garage symbol here. I didn't see it. I'm gonna stay external for a second as we look around. I see the buy symbol there. I don't see the, like, fix things at the garage symbol. Please use other door. What do we got here? Open the shop menu. Yeah, that's just purchasing new things. Maybe it's up at my farm? Well, let's take a look at the map. Is there a... Like, I don't see the gear and wrench symbols anywhere. That's alright, I suppose. We'll figure that out. Let's go ahead and drive this down to the farm, though. Jump in cab here for a little bit. Looks good. Where is home? West across the water and then south. The fun part of all of the new maps. Learning where we're going. Take it across the bridge here. Nice. Haven't had a chance to encounter any of the new traffic stuff yet. Do you have to use a front loader with a bag handler to fill from a seat bag? That's what I'm suspecting. However, given that this is a new save and a starter farm, normally I don't have any money to go buy that kind of equipment. None of my starting equipment has something to lift a bag off of the ground that I've seen, at least. Maybe I should take another quick look at our equipment list just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Where was the equipment list? Right here, vehicles. I love that it shows the picture here too. Like, nothing to lift a bag with. So if that is the case, it's kind of a poor starting option for us. They should have given us a pallet or some bags or something to get us started with, if that's what they were planning on having us do. I think this is our farm right here. And it looks like our tillage is almost done. Our driver is working on the headlands. I wonder if this bigger tractor leaves deeper ruts in the field. Oh, this thing just glides over all of that. It doesn't even get phased. I'm doubting that this little combine is going to have an easy time dumping into us. We'll find out. Here we go. Let's see it. I'm going to try my best to get this pipe up over this giant J&M grain cart. There we go. We can just eke it in there. Oh, look. In the upper right, that's a cool feature. I can see how full the grain cart is from the combine. That's pretty awesome. It shows me not just the percentage, but also the amount that's in it. Can't wait to see if Thundar is going to be able to handle unit converting that for us. I'm really hoping that he makes the jump over to FS25. He does such great work with his mods. And if I have time, could I show the placeables? Yes, I do want to get into that because I think that the placeable system has gotten a big overhaul in FS25 here, so that's going to be fun to check out. Let me first, though, dump this little bit of grain that we got into our tiny trailer over here. And we'll see if I can maybe haul this with the pickup truck. I'm kind of curious. Whoops. Unfortunately, it looks like our animations for dumping grain out of the grain cart is not improved. Now, I know this trailer requires hydraulics, but I'm kind of curious to see if I can haul it up there with the pickup instead. No can do. Alright, well, they've still got that enforced, which is, I suppose, good. So we're going to stop that there. I want to start this guy out on drilling in the field that we got planted here. Or plowed here, I mean. I'm curious if it's going to yell at me about it just being plowed and whether it needs to be... Oh, that's right. We don't have any grain. Let's see if I can fix this real quick. That's packs. Oh, that's right. I was looking for... Here we go. Seeds. I suppose what we could do is instead of buying just a pallet, let's get... Ooh, skid steer. Nice Kubota skid steer. We'll do this. No, let's lease it like everything else. Yes, okay. And then skid steer tools. I don't know what the best way to try and lift that bag up is going to be. I wonder if I can do it with a pallet fork. We're going to find out. I don't know, like, front loaders, front loader tools. Is there, like, some specific tool for picking up? Oh, a bag lifter. We're going to get one of these purchased and something that can use it. I don't know which of my tractors is capable of using a front loader. The 7R has a front loader option. And then which one is this? This doesn't have a combinations page. Oh, it does. That's the 6R. Well, let's get a 7R and bring that up here too. So I'm going to lease one of those. Did I... It doesn't show that I've leased this, even though I know I just clicked that button. Front loader vehicles, nope, although we got the Kubota there. I could have done that instead. And then let's grab 7R, must be in the large tractor category. There's a 7R, US, front loader. We'll make it big. Do I have a US brand tire? Continentals, Michelin. Wide tires. Can I get some duals? Oh, there we go. Although we still have non-US style duals. Tisk tisk. I was hoping that they would handle that better. Yeah, it doesn't seem to matter which brand. Oh, wait, maybe? Nope. Alright, well, no duals for us. I was hoping. Michelin's French, not US. Yeah, but we don't have any US tire brands, so it's unfortunate. Alright. All the way around, what do we got here? We've got my pallet loader. I'm gonna hook this up and let's see how well pallets work real quick. I'm gonna get a pallet of seeds bought. Let's go in cab here. Ooh, ooh. We're gonna have to do this with the keyboard, I think. Alright, that actually went on pretty smooth. Can I drive this guy over? I wish it would auto-select the vehicle that I'm in. For the job. There we go. He's going over here, bringing a pallet with him. Let's get this all set up. Yeah, I wish they'd get like a Firestone or something. That's what we see everywhere by us as far as tractor tires. I know there's a few other brands out and about, but Firestone seems to be the main brand in the US at least that I've come into contact with more often than not. And before I forget, do I have four ways? Oh, I do. And look at this. At least the 7R, the blinker arms come out. So, confirmed, four ways do work. There's the mailman. That's nice. An actual little US-style mail truck. Just pointing out that John Deere Michelin tires are made in Junction City, Kansas. Yeah, it's a lot of those brands. I mean, it might be a European company, but you're seeing more and more stuff made locally just because it's so expensive to ship things in from out of the country. Looks like my worker on this field actually gave up. Alright, the four ways can go off since we're in the shed. Oh, we drove right past that bag. Let's see if I have enough room to spin around in here. Crash counter +1. And here we go. Lifting up the bag. Connecting to the bag. Is it going to be picky and make me try and get it from the right angle? Looks like it's going to be picky. Nope. Just need to line up. There we go. Where's my drill at? There he is. It might actually be easier to do this from up here. Yep, that's all we needed, is to lift it up. It's very odd that they would give us a item to fill our drill, but not the equipment to do it on a starter farm in the game. But it is what it is. Oh, we put the whole thing in there too. Alright, well, I'm gonna see if this thing will fit under this cover. There we are. I'm missing my mod that lets me run faster already. I'm gonna just hit H and see if this guy will figure out what he's trying to do. Like, no information, no guidance, no nothing. I just drove into the field and hit H. Curious to see how he handles it. What is the mod in FS22 to have equipment you buy and spawn at your farm? Oh my gosh, what is that mod called? It's like the, I can't remember what it's called now. It's just a mod in my base mod folder. Why did I start with so much money? When you start a new game, they give you the option to pick how much money you start with. So we gave ourselves $1 million so we could check out a bunch of different equipment. And here's our forklift. See, I would have expected them to give me the pallet with the bags like this, because I think if I drive up next to this pallet, I can just reload. So I'm going to drive this over to the edge of the field here, and we're going to see if that's the case. Grab this guy. Store delivery, thank you. That is indeed the mod. Alright, turn the worker off. Let's test my theory. Because if this works, then they just need to switch it over. Yep, nope. Maybe it is just me. There must be a key binding for this that I'm not seeing. It doesn't show up in the grid, but R used to be the key for refilling, and it just doesn't work. I can push I to unload, but there is nothing up there. Maybe I need to lower it? Nope, which wouldn't make any sense. Yeah, it's definitely gotta be that there's just no key for it or for some reason, and that's why it's not doing anything. This isn't one of those things like, this shouldn't do anything. Bringing this up and over shouldn't, like, start filling it, right? It should require... Man, why can I not get this to go down? Wow, it's like 5 paths up on the mouse to get that to lower. So yeah, there must just be some kind of an issue. I wish I could pick bags up by hand off the pallet too. That'd be kind of cool, but no dice. Alright, so there's got to be some kind of a key binding problem here, but hopefully they get that fixed. In the meantime, I'm going to just drive this over here. Shut it off. And we're going to send this guy back on his way, and then we'll look at placing buildings and stuff. And I think if I just get this guy more or less where he was at, he'll pick back up. Or not. Oh, he's going to back up to get it perfect. Alright, you do that, sir. We're going to go into the construction menu here. Farmland. I can purchase farmland. Let me look at that option real quick. So, for example, I could buy this with this big roundabout over here for 225. So we're going to do that just for the fun of it. Now we've got more land to play with. And then we're going to go into construction mode. And this is the part that I think is cool. Look at how far out I can zoom. And we just bought this new land. I can, it looks like, sell buildings. So even like this little building here, which is decorative as far as I can tell, I can sell this small shed. Doesn't sell for much, but the problem is it sold all the junk inside of it, but there's this little piece here that's I can't get rid of. I can go to demolish mode, but I can't get rid of this little decorative item. I believe this is probably a bug where this was supposed to be part of everything else that's sold. And so the intent, from what I've read, is that for the most part, you can get rid of some of these decorative items, right? Like this one's purely decorative. So if I go to demolish mode, nope, I can't get rid of this. So that little shed out there I could get rid of, but some of the decorative stuff you can't. The barn I can. You know, this I can get rid of. This is a sell point for my bees. So I guess if it's a placeable, you can remove it. I can get rid of my fence. I don't know that I want to do that. A lot of stuff is going to be removable, but not everything, apparently. Good to know. From a purchasing perspective, we've got a lot of different options here. For factories, we've got our own sell points where we can set those up. Whether that's, what is this, biomass heating, piano, debris crusher, small farm kiosk. We have animal points, so I have a cow pasture, cow barns, cow barn with feeding robot, nice, cows, horses, pigs, sheep, chickens, bees, and other. What's other? Doghouse. Oh, well, we better get a doghouse. Let's put a doghouse right over here by this tree. And how do I rotate? I don't remember. Is the right mouse button? Yeah, we'll do that. And boom, we've got a dog. I'm going to check out chickens here. They do have like a larger chicken coop. Some of these buildings, let me go somewhere out that I can see a little bit better. Some of these buildings look more EU style for sure. Little chicken coops. That's kind of a cute little building. Let me see if I can find a spot to put that on the farm here. It's pretty easygoing about where I can do it, but like here I could put it. This overlaps with another object. But yeah, pretty much anywhere that it doesn't overlap. Can I rotate my camera? Oh, middle mouse button to rotate the camera. I'm going to try and stick this right here. Let's see how that looks. This is the cattle pasture where you place down just this thing for the food, and then you build your own pasture with fence now, which is kind of a cool improvement. I don't remember if you could do that in FS22 exactly like that, but it's pretty neat. And then here I can see my chickens. I can buy some animals. So like if I just buy 10 chickens real quick. Okay. Oh, I could have bought some 6-month chickens, so we'll do that. And then you can see the different age groups in here. We'll buy a rooster just for the fun of it. And our chicken pasture is 21 of 30. Not exactly a pasture, but it is what it is. I'm curious to see if I can get that trailer in here to feed them. Maybe I'll take these trees out. Let's see if I can figure out how to take out the trees. Demolish mode? Nope, that's not doing it. Maybe I need to go into landscaping mode. Painting trees. I don't want to plant a new tree. I want to get rid of a tree. Demolish mode. Alright, so there's no ability to just remove the trees like that. Let's see, at least that I'm seeing. Let's come in here and see if I can find the hand tools. We're gonna get ourselves a chainsaw. Hey, old man Jeb, how you doing, man? I like that the saw is no longer on my mouse wheel. Hey, we got an achievement. Alright, let's see. Can I get rid of the stumps? No, can do. Alright, maybe I needed to cut it lower. We're probably gonna need a stump grinder. I forget that I always played with, what do you call it? Lumberjack mod before. Alright, can I... Oops, I've got a flashlight. Alright, get that out of there. Now let's see if we can cut this stump. Nope, no can do. Alright. Well, let's move some of these branches out of the way so I can try and squeeze in here with my, trailer. Wow, we gotta be right on top of it to pick it up. I wonder how this looks in external mode when you pick something like that up. Yeah, I gotta be right on it to pick it up. Okay, it just hovers in front of us. No cool animations. That's alright. Legendary, been watching in the barn all morning. Can you build your own pasture? You can build your own pasture. So, for example, and maybe we'll just hijack this field over here. We'll show that off because that's actually kind of a cool feature. So if I come in here and we come into animals, cows, what we do... Oh, no, maybe not. Yeah, you can. Hang on. I think what we can do is bring this down. I'm going to slap this pasture down right here. Do I have R? I want snapping on. Alright. Do you want to customize the fence for the cow pasture? Yes. And then you get a little draggy bar. And what we can do is I'm going to bring this pasture out like this. I'm going to bring it to here. You know, and I can go at all kinds of funky angles if I want. And all I have to do is bring it back to that snap point, and it lets me plant a meadow, and boom. I now have a custom cow pasture, which is really slick. I like how the UI works for that. It's streamlined, and I can have whatever shape fits the area and the farm that I want. And then you have all of your hookups right here at the main building thing here that you start out with. So I think that's awesome. If you've done anything with the fences and stuff before, this is a huge improvement. Now, does a bigger pasture allow bigger herds? That is a great question. Let's take a look here. So I've got my original cow pasture here. Does it tell me what the max size is? It doesn't right here. And then I have this new one that we added. So let me take a look here. This says that I have 31 size on this pasture. Let's run over here and see what the size on this other one is. Because that might be interesting. This is 25. So the size of your pasture determines how many you can have. Let me see if it lets me readjust the pasture after the fact. I don't see any options here to change it. I'm just kind of looking at the settings to make sure I don't see one. So I'm going to destroy this pasture real quick, and then we're going to replace it down and make it bigger and see what happens. So I'm going to put this down right there. I'm going to customize the pasture. We're going to come out here like we did before, but instead, I'm going to come all the way down here. That tractor's about to get stuck for good. Like that. We're going to plant meadow. And then if I just run up to the zone, 72 cows. Look at that. So, pasture size determines how many cows you can put in there. Pretty cool. I know that if I was a modder, I would be loving this because now you can just place them down. You're going to be able to save that to the map and let players customize and change things to their heart's content. This is going to be amazing. I wonder how hard it's going to be to build custom things where you can have your feed troughs and stuff be in different places, or if it's always going to have to be part of this one, placeable that you put down. Even so, this is really cool. It's really intuitive. It's super easy. I love the user experience around this. I love everything about this. Can I get my tractor out of the fence, though? This might be one thing to worry about. There's no gate on this pasture. Can I put a gate in? Is gate a option here? Fences. I've got lattice fences, slat fences, sunrise fence. Maybe gate is a different. Nope, it's all under fences. I'm just looking to see if gate is an option here anywhere. I don't see any gates. This area is restricted. I can't put a fence inside. There's got to be a way to do gates. I just don't know what that is. I love that I can snap them together like that. Yeah, fence building is super intuitive like it was in the previous version. You can delete last segment just by pushing H, see, and get back to what you were doing. I like it. There's definitely a way to do gates that I'm just missing right now. Switch segment type, NM. Hang on, let me go back down to, what fence type was this? NM. Alright. How do I... There's a gate. So I wonder if, hang on, click, and if we go like this, and then I switch to a gate, there's a gate, oops. I think the different types, yeah, it's just different sizes of gates, that's cool. So now the question being is if I, sell off this animal pen real quick, can I put gates in the animal pen while I'm placing it? I bet you I can. Yes, I want to customize. Place segment. No, I don't have that NM option to place gates. Well, that's unfortunate. I wonder if there's a way to edit it. All right. Right-click for a gate, maybe? Let me try. Right-click was to stop placing, though, in all the other UIs. I place this. I want a custom cow pasture. Cancel creation. No. Yeah, there's got to be a way to come back in and edit the fence then. Others, factories, selling points, not any of that. Sheds, silos, constructibles, tools, fences, lights, others. Like, I'm pretty sure it's this fence type right here. Switch segment is N. Yeah, see, I can't, like, edit the existing one. I can place a new one, but there's got to be a way to do it. Het G for gate. I don't think so. Like, everything else has been pretty straightforward. I'm just missing it. I'm kind of curious how this works. Alright, that's pretty much the same as we had before. Wrecking all of our fields. Can smooth it back out. Looks good. Alright, well we've certainly made a mess here. I guess I should probably clean this up or we're gonna have a horrible time getting around. Demolish mode. See how easy it is to get rid of these. It cleans them up one segment at a time, it looks like. Gotta kind of click on a pole to get them in. I can get rid of the whole pasture all at once. Alright. Looking good. So, you think it's in the animal menu? You can edit the fence for cow pasture earlier. See, that's what I think. I think there's got to be a way to edit the cow pasture after the fact. I just don't see the options there. There's got to be like a run up to it and you get an edit option. Oops. Open animal dialogue, right? So that's this screen. Next menu. Next menu. Cows in versus cows out. This is kind of cool that you can see everything. I don't want to sell my cows, though. Cow pasture. I can transport them between pastures here, potentially. That's kind of neat. No, if I tried to demolish, it demolished the whole thing, and I can't connect to any of these poles with another fence, either. So we'll have to play around with that some more. Let's do let's see what baby animals look like. Can I buy baby animals, or do I have to? Oh, I can. Look at that. I can get a newborn. Buy. I can get the 6-month-olds. Buy. And then I think I've already got some adults, but we'll buy 5 of those as well. And there we go. Look at that. A nice smattering of animals. From babies to calves. And we've got the larger animals as well. I like it. I like it. Use the advanced control setting in the build menu. Wait, there's an advanced mode? Construction. I don't see an advanced mode in here. Advanced controls is just middle mouse and right mouse button, right? Rotation, tilting, place, toggle free. Yeah, I don't see any additional. Push the F1 menu. Hang on. Oh my goodness. Here. All right. Let me place one back down. I want to customize. Yeah, I've only got rotation here. There are no other options. How are the placeable buildings? Do we get more color options? That's a great question. Let's go here and check out. Do I have any cool sort of American-looking shed options? I'm going to start with this one. Customize is F. Solar panels, yes, no. But I don't actually see any color options here. Hang on, why is my, I've like entered the option mode here, and now I can't go back. What key did I hit to do that? Try it again. F was customize. And then I can turn that on. I can hit escape to go back. So this shed doesn't have any. Let's try another one. Not enough money. No colors for that one. No customization for that one. Here's my easy sheds. F. No colors. In FS22, you pick the color before placing it with like the M and the N. Yeah, there's no, like the other buildings we had an M and an N toggle, but there is no option here. It's F to customize, and that's it. There's no toggleable option there, which is really weird to me. Like this one, F to customize. I can put solar panels on like everything, which seems weird to me. No colors. Let's go look at the menu maybe real quick and see if there's another key binding for it. Player interaction. There's got to be a construction part of the menu here, right? Crane, placeables, open flaps, lights, radio. Just gonna scroll through a little bit slower here and see if we can find anything. This is all vehicle stuff. This is all vehicle stuff. Here we go, level, rotate objects. This is all player stuff. Steering for vehicle, construction. I mean, build mode, but we already know how to get into build mode. Yeah, there's not really any overrides for any of this stuff that we're missing. So if it's not listed in the help menu, I don't think we can do it. F mode. Here we go. This building has color. So not all buildings have color. Some of them do, though. But it's not like I have a roof and a siding option or anything like that. It's pretty basic. I do like that the controls are kind of standardized here. I like having that configurations menu, so if I do have configurations, I know that it's just a push F to get them to come up. But the fact that it seems like a pretty limited set of colors, right? Predefined colors here is kind of meh. It's not even the full list of colors that are available. And yeah, not all buildings got color options in base game. You know, it's like if that building has color, like why doesn't this building have color options? I don't understand. And it's crazy to me that not every single, like this one can't have solar panels, but so many of them can. This ancient barn can have solar panels. I can put panels on this old rickety barn, but I can't put them on this old rickety barn. Seems very arbitrary, is all I'm saying, I guess. Well, that's a nice long, that's practically an aircraft hangar. Yeah, a lot of buildings, no options. Well, there you go. The menus are definitely more intuitive and nicer to use, though, for placing things down. Let's take a look now, though. I want to get us a better harvester. We're going to go out and find a contract to harvest something. So we might as well try out this AF11, right? I think that's the play. Long pipe. That looks good. Is there any other brand with crawler tracks? Nope, just the Michelin. All right. We'll lease us one of these. And let's get a... I was going to get a grain header, but we did a little bit of grain header. Oh man, I've only got a 22-inch row big header? Ooh, I don't know about that. All right, I guess we're getting the grain header. We'll do another grain harvesting one because I can't bring myself to do that. Ooh, I've got MacDon Draper. I know I've got a case one here, but maybe we'll grab the MacDon. Looks pretty nice. I have the US styling. I'm going to give it the transport wheels, and we'll go with that. Let's see what it's like. Panels on the old barn. Looks like something you'd find in California, probably. Where's my newfangled combine here? I like the Case IH on top. Everyone who has their own bobblehead is automatically in the NBA. Wait, does this thing not have... Okay, I was about to be upset about it not having a rear hitch. Here we go. Excuse me. All right. I'm looking for a harvesting contract. I want to see how contracts work. Fertilizing, harvesting. We're going to go for 91. It's the biggest field we have access to. And they were going to give us a thing. I don't want to borrow the items, so we're going to accept contract, field 91. And that needs to be returned. Hang on. It's going to the elevator right next to it. Okay. So how do I get this guy out there? M does not bring up the map, in case you're curious. It is the key to adjust the reel. Cool. All right, we're messing with all kinds of controls. I want to drive, whoops, to field 91, which looks like it's going to be right here. I need to select a vehicle. Where are we at? Create job. Oh wait, I could have just set destination. Here we go. I want you to drive to right there. That's one step easier. Air worker B has stopped because it is unreachable. Guess we're driving ourselves, folks. Let's turn those blinkers on. It's always disappointed by the available tire configurations on base equipment. Yeah. I am sure the modders are going to be hitting the equipment pretty fast. I'm curious to see how stringent Giants is going to be on mods, though. Am I going the right way, even? Yes. Seriously? What just happened? Did my header trailer fell through the bridge? This is unfortunate. Alright, let's reset it. This will be our first chance to reset some equipment. MacDon Flex Draper. No, can't do it from here. Can't see the equipment that I'm in. Reset. Yes. Draper. Reset. Yes. Okay. Let's try this again. Whoops. All right, I think it was through the ground when we purchased it originally, now that I'm thinking about it, so hopefully that won't be a recurring problem for us. There's definitely a handful of glitches here. It is early access, and there was a patch today when I got done installing it, so we'll see if they manage to fix some of these basic issues before launch, which is what, Tuesday? I'm trying to remember. FS25, you could wear the person with clothes like an FS24. Well, FS22, maybe you mean? But yes, you can wear clothes. In fact, if I hop out here for a second, you've got third-person mode, so you can not only have clothes, but you can see your guy now, which is actually pretty cool. Is AI traffic any different? Absolutely it is. If somebody's behind you and you're going slow and it's a passing zone, they'll actually try to pass you now, which is pretty cool, I thought. If I run into some traffic, we'll play around with it. I haven't noticed I can't even talk. I haven't noticed oh my goodness, I'm going to try this sentence one last time. I haven't noticed an obnoxious amount of traffic on the map either. I felt like in some past versions there was so many cars on the road that you just couldn't do anything. And that has not been the case in FS25. There's been enough cars where you see one driving by every once in a while, but not so many that you feel like you can't get around on the map. Wonder if they added them brake checking you like in real life? Yeah, exactly. Oh, where'd that car go? There was a car right in front of us, and then he was seeing me come down towards the bridge, and he just zipped away from us. I think he turned, or did he just disappear? I'm not sure. I looked at chat for a second, and the car vanished. So I think our field is down this squirrely little path here. So let's take this giant combine down here, and I'm gonna go down the blacktop road. Oh my goodness, this is a mistake. We're lost in the trees. This giant header, we're gonna have to hit some of the grass to make all of these curves without getting hung up on a tree. And a big wide turn like so. Got to get across this bridge. Oh my goodness, the dead zone. Slow down. All right, across the rickety bridge. There we go. All right, around the tree, because of course there's a tree in that little section. Awesome. We're gonna drop that header off here. Let's go in cab for lining up to hook the header up. All right. Oops. Slow it down. Slow it down. Yep. This would probably not have worked in real life. All right. Wow. This is a big header. All right. We're not going to be able to handle that in cab. I'm going to get rid of my wheels. I'm going to go out into third person mode here. Are you able to push the traffic? Good question. We have not. There's a car. No way we can catch him with this combine, though. We'll have to grab the pickup and try that out at some point. So I'm harvesting oats here. Can I enable a straw swap and we'll do some baling potentially? I don't know if I can do that on a contract field or not. We'll find out. Since this is a contract, we're going to put the straw swap down. I have to say that swap looks a little nicer than previous versions. Is there crop destruction on contract fields? I want to say probably no, because if there was, you'd screw yourself out of being able to finish a contract. So yeah, they always disable that on contract fields, which is, I think, how it should be. Just as a game developer, you have to protect the player from themselves. So here we go. Let's go back in cab though for a second. I love that you've got some nice monitors there. The day that Giants gets yield monitors to be, you know, actual and show the map and the yield in real time, I will be a super happy guy. The other monitor does have at least my speed showing up and moving there, which is kind of cool. But yeah, this, oops, I pushed the wrong button. This header is so ginormous that doing this in cab is going to be very difficult with how my field of view settings are adjusted right now. I love this this combine though. It's looking nice. Oh, there was a car. Oh, there's a car. Get him! Oh, come on. Is there another one? No, there's nobody else coming. We were going to try and push the traffic, but we didn't get a chance. I'll keep an eye out if we see another one. What is up in the sky there? Do you guys see that? There's like a outline of a roof or something up there. Oh, there goes another one. I'm way too slow at this. I've got to like see him coming down the road so I have enough time to get over there. We'll grab the pickup after we open this field up, and we'll go hunting for some traffic to demolish. But yeah, this guy is running pretty smooth here. You know, we should have probably set up a worker course for this, so let me bring this open. Working width is only 16, but I know, or I don't know, let me look at the header here that we bought. This header is 15.2 meters. So if I have a 15.2 working meter header, I wonder why it's trying to set me up with a 16 meter start, but we're gonna try it. Okay. Whoops. And then can I just start any old place? Like right here? Question mark? Start with, it doesn't show the lines by default. He's getting centered a little bit better than we were. That's okay. Yeah, I can just start him wherever. Alright. So I'm going to let him go. I'm going to tab around until I find my grain cart here. Grain cart's got wheat in it still, and we're harvesting oats. So I'm going to need to fix that. Can I dump on the ground in FS25? Let's find out. Let's make a giant mess in the middle of our farm here. Right here, in the grass even? Don't mind if we do. Alright, just like that. I'm gonna send this guy out there. Set destination to get me out here. And then I said we were going to grab the pickup truck and see what happens when you interact with traffic. Man, that thing needs some WD-40 or something. We're already 25% done with the harvesting contract on Field 91. That feels excessive. Alright, how does my AI worker handle me getting in his way is the first question. Whoa. Dead zone. He's stopping. Is he just going to go around me? What's he doing? I want to see what he does. He's gonna go around me off the side of the field. That seems dangerous. But hey, He did something, as opposed to just sitting there all confused. I like it. We'll let him do his thing, and we're gonna zip down here and see if I can find some more traffic to harass. Yeah, the combine sounds have been pretty good. Oh. Alright, so he stopped, but I'm not pushing him at all. I don't know if that's, you know, because my truck just doesn't have the oomph to do it. But I think they're immovable objects, like they have been before. He just got in the other lane, I think, to try and go around my stopped vehicle, potentially. I'm going to try that out in a second here. I'm going to see if I can catch up to him. Oh, there's a school bus. I don't want to terrorize the children. Or do I? Hang on, let's follow the school bus. I wonder, it'd be cool if the school bus, like, actually stopped and, like, kids got out and walked around at some point. I haven't seen any pedestrians walking around on the map like earlier versions. Alright, here we go. I'm going to stop right in front of the school bus. I'm going to pull off just a little bit and see if he goes around me. There's not really a lot of room here. No, he's just going to honk at me on the one-way road. Alright, let's see if he turns and goes somewhere. I wonder why the school bus is going to the grain elevator. I'm following you, sir. I want to see what happens when you get back out on a real road. This is the weirdest traffic pattern for the school bus for sure, but I guess kids live on the back roads too, right? I mean, I know you've got kids on board, but 15 miles an hour is a little slow. There we go. Oh, looks like I've got my tractor backing up traffic over here. I don't know what he got hung up on. Nothing. Oh yeah, this is a more normal road. Let me sneak out in front of this guy. I want to get in front of this black car because I think that's going to be a more normal traffic experience in a minute here. Yeah, definitely immovable traffic here. Alright. I'm going to put this guy right there. I'm going to get the tractor off of the road. Come on, let's get out of the way. Like so. Alright. And then we're going to drive our truck up a little bit here and then park him and see if that car will go around me. So, like, if I just leave this guy here, yeah, he'll pass me. That's cool. That's an improvement to traffic, even if traffic's still kind of dumb. They've made big improvements. I saw that in a video at one point and was curious to try it out. Alright, well, we've got the Combine is doing the headland pass here that I'd done manually. He's going to get up here just a little ways farther before he cuts in, I think. He's probably got 2 headland passes set up by default, so we're going to go for the unload here. And it still goes through the side of my trailer, unfortunately. I was really hoping that they'd switch to more of a particle system for their unloading animations. Oh, and he has detected that there's no more crops for him to harvest here, so he's just driving along. I'm going to try and unload on the go here, but he'll probably stop once we get under him, actually. Yep, he's just going to stop and wait. I wish that they would have done the same thing like when I was in the Combine. I could see how much grain is in the trailer. I wish when I was in the trailer unloading a Combine, it would show me how much grain was in the Combine. You know, have it work both ways. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like the AI drivers are smart enough to stay off of the crops. It's a good thing that there's no crop destruction with workers, though. The UI is nice. Yeah, it's actually quite slick by comparison. It's not nearly as intrusive. I don't know why he's deciding to go the other direction out of the blue. A little confusing. That's okay. Let's get our semi. I am excited about this international. We've got these trucks here, which can hold a little bit of grain, actually. So let's come in here. We've got a day cab or a crew cab option. And then I have a flatbed. I have a tipper box. I have a box body. That's kind of cool. And then we can have side guards or not. But I'm not looking for that. We're actually looking for something to haul grain. So I'm going to go ahead and try out the new International. We actually used to have an old International kind of like this on the farm. I've got both a short and a long setup. I've got the day cab option. I like the sleeper, though. We had a sleeper in ours. Lots of options here. Dual exhausts. All right. Sun shield. Horn. Yep, we definitely want that. Additional lights. Let's see if I can see where these are at. All right, those are the top ones. None. 1, 2, 3. I like it. Beige, brown, black, red. All right, so because it's a custom build, I can't actually change the colors to be what I want. I'm stuck with their 3-color design. That's kind of meh. I'm really frustrated. I wish I could adjust my colors a little bit more. All right, well, it is what it is. No sense. Oops, I want to lease it. No sense getting hung up on it, but that was kind of disappointing, to be honest. Let me look at the Mack truck. And yeah, I'm stuck with their pre-design. There's no ability to change the colors on these trucks. How lame. I mean, I get having a let me come back to this because I can't let this go. So for a design like this, I should be able to change the colors, right? For a design like this, I kind of understand, like, it'd be hard to let you change the colors when there's a custom design on it. But I should be able to just set the colors for stuff besides my rims. That is lame. But it is what it is. So let's get over here. I like this truck. We're gonna get a trailer now. Semi-trailers? Not a lot of options in here. We've lost the other brand. We've got a Load King, but what's the other brand that they used to have in here? And I can't change the wheel configs either. Wow, and it's just black or white. Man, I could change the tarp color to a million different things. I'm kind of bummed out. I'm not gonna lie. Wilson. Yeah, no more Wilson. What a bummer. No grain carts or gravity wagons in here either. I was really hoping that they would, like, finally break down and put a gravity wagon in. Well then. We are feeling the limitations a little bit here now that we're diving into things, folks. Oh, my backing up skills have not improved. Can't blame the game for that one. So on the one hand, a lot of improvements on having more US style equipment in the game. I do have to give them props for that, but we feel like I feel like we've lost a lot of mirrors are not set up so I can see what I'm doing. I feel like we've lost a lot of brands from the last game that is going to be kind of a bummer. Some core equipment that we'd used pretty consistently, at least from the base game, is completely missing now. The John Deere planter was the first one that I noticed, and now no Wilson trailers. No Distinction Super Bs, yeah. Was that a color palette tab on the side of the truck menu? The truck menu? You mean in here? There's no color selection. There's a rim color option is the only color option that we have for this truck. Some of the trucks, I think, will have color options, like the Volvo here. See, I can change this to any number of colors in the palette, right? But for some of the trucks, you're just stuck with the color options that they gave you. What options do I have here? And I can get this. Oh, that's right. And this is that obnoxious 3-compartment semi as opposed to just 2 compartments that I'm used to in a more normal, I'll say, semi-trailer. Now, I'm taking this out to the field because I want to see how unloading that grain cart is going to work into an actual semi-trailer. I'm looking at my map. I think we've done this drive enough times that I know where I'm going. They should add a steam locomotive to the game. That'd be kind of crazy. I haven't checked out the train at all yet. Alright, this is my turn. And I'm going to bypass as much as I can. And we're going to come up the hill and over. I have to say, this truck's got great traction, though. We are full well off-roading with it. Not getting hung up on anything, not seeing a lot of slippage. So that's good. When FS22 first came out and trucks couldn't drive like anywhere on the map, they get stuck all the time, that was really obnoxious. I'm going to swing this around so that my tarp is away from the field, like one would do. And driving over the hay there, or straw I should say, worked out. I had a bit of a bump, I liked it. Alright, 8RX, let's do this. We've got some oats in the hopper. I'm gonna go and unload the combine on his way down the field here to get a nice healthy amount of oats. I like that there's a shadow across the windrow here, so the side that's away from the sun is shadowed. Everything does have a little bit more of a cartoony look to it, though, I will say. Oh, my Shift 4 mod isn't there, obviously. Can I? Nope, no matching speed by default. There we go. 6 miles an hour seems right. Oh, the cruise control is in kilometers still. What the heck? So that'd be what, 12 kilometers an hour? No, 11? Oh my goodness. That's a huge bug. 10 kilometers an hour for 6 miles per hour? That sound about right? Yeah, somewhere in between 9 and 10. How awkward. The license plate on the front of the truck sways. That's a nice touch, yeah. Oh yeah, and I forgot, I need to turn off license plates on my farm equipment. That's on by default. Well, that's interesting at least. Alright. Let's drive this over here. We're going to go ahead and get this unloaded into our semi. I don't think I've got enough to fill that semi. We're going to find out. I'm curious if it'll show me how full the semi-trailer is while I'm unloading, like it does when I'm driving the combine and unfilling. That would at least be a cool touch. Alright, here we go. Zip around the other way here. It is nice to have a another major US brand for a grain cart here. Yep, it does show me how full it is on the other side here. I like it. Well, looks like I filled the front hopper at least. I am going to leave that semi here until we get done with this field. Now, how big is this field that we're doing right now in comparison to some other fields on the map? Alright, this is a 24 acre. Well, the size of this whole farmland is 24 acres. That doesn't tell me how big the field is. But Field 91 is one of the biggest areas on the map. And it's not hardly big enough to justify our combine even driving out here. So our starter map fields are still pretty small. There's a lot of roads and stuff in between them. I don't know how well it's going to handle me expanding some of these fields once we get going on things, but we do have the opportunity, I think, to plow up some of these grassier areas. I will say the workers seem to be a lot better about not getting hung up on things. They seem to work pretty well here. Haven't noticed the flickering in a bit. Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. I wonder if it is that it's happening when it's building out that initial shader cache when I was driving around the map before. Felt like every new area we went into, it was flickering for a little bit. We do have whatever that gray outline is up in the sky there. That's something weird. And it moves like with the skybox. Very strange. It is early access, folks, so I do always have to put that asterisk out there. They've got some different different patches and stuff coming out, and I'm sure that they will have more patches coming out before release here even. So I'll have to do my best to put in some bug reports here. Yep, you can see the crop circles right out there in the corner of the field. I'm pointing at it. You can't really see where I'm pointing, but if you look way up at the corner, it was slowly rendering in. It's better than it was. It has kind of a medium range texture now that doesn't look so obnoxiously different. But you can see the line across like the camera view as I rotate around here. You can kind of see how all of the vegetation changes its direction. Now, as a game developer myself, we do the exact same thing on our mobile games for American farming. We use the exact same crop rendering mechanisms. What always bugged me about Farm Sim on PC is, you know, you can see the line for the crops right up. I can't get my hand that high on the camera, but right at the top of the cab to the tractor there, right? You can just see that line, and it's right in the middle of the screen. I wish they would push that in front of the vehicle, not in front of the at a certain camera distance, right? Because if I go in cab, you can see it moves that much farther out in front of us, so it actually looks pretty decent in cab. But when you're in the external mode, here, if I zoom out, you can really see it. I can bring the crop rendering back behind my vehicle. And so it's a camera-based distance. It should be based on where the vehicle is and render the stuff around the vehicle higher quality rather than X far away from the camera. It's a little bit harder to do, but you can definitely do that. But alas, that is not what they've done here. Can you check out ground deformation on the field? So we did a little bit of ground deformation in the starter farm. This tractor, not going to do much. The way they've set it up is that the tracks are giving me a lot of flotation, so you're not seeing huge ruts or anything from the tracks. You get a little bit of tire track, and that's it. Now, if we tab back over here to the farm, for example, I'm going to grab this 7R. And we head out here into the field. Oh, crash and burn. You're going to see that we create some tire tracks on this ground. It's not too bad. It's very, honestly, somewhat shallow. They exaggerate it a little bit so that you can actually see it. But when this was just a plowed field and there was loose soil, it showed up a lot more. And so you can see, like, right when I drove over those tire tracks, and I'll do it again, watch the tractor kind of, you feel it bump over the track, which I thought was a nice touch. If you're in a harvested field, it still does a little bit of ground deformation, but it's based on the state of the ground. It's not nearly as noticeable. Where if I come... I've got everything backed up here. Oh, I just tabbed past it. Right here. If we grab this tillage equipment, and the worker is all kinds of hung up, we're going to come over here. I'm going to do a quick couple lines of tillage. Oh, this is actually the cultivated texture. I need a plow to show this off. And this doesn't allow me to set up plowing. I don't know if I'm going to be able to easily show off what the plowed texture would be able to do now that we've already driven over it. But if I drive through this, the difference between cultivated and seeded is that I think these should be pretty similar to each other. But you can see there's just the slightest bit of ground deformation on this ground texture. Which, honestly, I think is probably a good thing that they have some differences in how they've done that depending on the ground state. It feels a little bit more realistic. What I want to know is, once it starts raining, if the ground deformation gets more exaggerated, or if there's any kind of like tire slippage going on. I don't know. I haven't experienced that yet. Can you show off the Volvo wheel loaders? I have not checked out any of the wheel loaders yet. Trent, it's been good. They've made enough improvements where I'd rather play this than FS22 at this point. So that's an improvement, right? The equipment is going to have to catch up. I'm waiting for the modders to help us out for sure. Excuse me. Oh, goodness. Hey, they've got an electric version of the wheel loader. That's fun. Let's grab that. I'm curious if the sounds are different. We can turn the safety beacon on and off. I've got the beacon light on the top, and I have two different kinds of those. Let me see if I can turn off the license plate. No plate. There we go. So you can get rid of a license plate. Looks great. Lease it. And then that was the electric conversion. We'll get one of these leased just for a quick side-by-side comparison. And we were in the wheel loader category. What do we got for buckets? I've got this one's 3,000, 36, 5,000. Nice. What did I just get? The 1800? I'm trying to remember which wheel loader we just bought. I'm going back for a second. We got the 120. There is a 180 that we could have got, but we'll make sure to grab the bucket that goes with the 120, which should be this one. We'll lease this. Can I lease this? I gotta go into the menu to lease it. There we go. Tabbing all the way around. There we go. This should be the electric one. They've got the backup noises right, at least. It's quiet, like an electric should be, that's for sure. I always found these wheel loaders so disorienting to drive, right? Because if I turn, my cab hasn't turned yet, which is, I mean, that's how it works, but so disorienting. But yeah, we can, oops, go way up with this thing. Looks good. We got all of our dumping capabilities. Let me switch over now to the non-electric one. We lower this down. For some reason, oh, my farm stick's working now. It wasn't working earlier. Awesome. Well, that's gonna save me a lot of monkey business with these loaders. All right, so that's electric. And I do love that there's some electric vehicle options in the game now. Let's do a better job of lining up here. Right in here. Oh no, some of my buttons aren't mapped on the farm stick though. But yeah, we've got full bucket control. If I can remember how to zoom out on the farm stick, that'd be awesome. So yeah, it's working good. Got a nice high lift to it. You know what? We're gonna send this guy up to the farm and we'll use this to pick up those oats that we dumped on the ground. We'll see how it actually works in practice. So we'll come in here, create job. Oh, that's right. I can just go here and say set destination and we'll drive him right up into the farm. And while he's driving, we're gonna hop back over to our field. And what I want to do is finish up this contract so that we can hopefully see how that works, just the user experience with all that. Make sure we don't have the issues we've had in Farm Sim 22 where you can't complete contracts half the time. Boston Gaming, thank you for the reminder. I am losing my voice. Unfortunate part of being sick here. Holy buckets, we've got a meatball in the house. It's always good to see you, sir. I read your comment and I showed off the wheel loaders and I didn't even read your name. Good to see you, man. Hope you've been well. The first person in the Kedrick Farms community to earn the I forget what the role we created. We created a role just for Meatball as an outstanding community member or something like that. We're cutting across the crops. We need to unload the combine here into this cart. I have to say, of all the little bugs we've we've identified in the stream so far, the fact that my cruise control is not in miles per hour is probably the most annoying one. Cody, you like that you can convert that international flatbed truck into a dump truck. I thought that was cool too. And the fact that they gave us a crew cab option was pretty neat. I'll give them props for that. Yeah, I have to say, it's a lot of little things. There's not any big major differences here with Farm Sim 25. I mean, there's a few. I shouldn't say there's no major differences, but it's just a lot of little incremental things. They made the game better, and I've been enjoying it. If you haven't ordered it already, I'll plug myself one more time. Twice in a 3-hour stream's not bad, but if you are looking to pick up a copy or get the season pass, I do have a link in the description of the video there for pre-ordering. If you use my code, I do get some support from Giants, and it helps me advance in their partner system so I can get access to stuff. I do not know why they don't include VR support out of the gate. They do have the eye tracking stuff for like a Tobii eye tracker included, but no default VR support. Also, if you don't want to buy the normal Giants version because you're a Steam user like me and you want to use Steam for your game, you can still buy the expansion packs from Giants, and those will work with the Steam version of your game. So that's what I always do, is I buy the game on Steam, and then I buy the season pass for all the DLCs and expansions from Giants, and then I get those. I get codes, and you download it from their website, and it installs right on top of the Steam copy of the game. So that is also an option if you'd like to maintain your use of Steam, but then get the DLCs and support the channel. Alright. I think I went in the exit, but that's okay. Let's see how this works. I'm pretty sure this is where I'm supposed to be dropping this off. But maybe not. Oh, there we go. I was just on the wrong hopper, I think. Contract is now 80% complete. Let's look at the contract menu before we dump all of this. And this is my active contract. It doesn't show me. I was hoping they'd show the detail of how much grain is left to deliver versus how much is harvested, like the mod that we use in 22 does. But unfortunately, it's pretty basic here. That's okay. I get the rest of this dumped out. I don't want to sign negative, but they call it a simulator, and 99% of simulators today have VR support. Yeah, it's funny I mean, the name of the game is Farming Simulator, but really it's more of an arcade, experience. There we go. We got the right hopper. Just Jason, appreciate you hanging out and chatting with us this morning. And yeah. Let me know in the comments of the video as well if you're watching this later. Ooh, achievements. But what kind of things you'd like to see video content on. I'm not sure I'm going to have as much time to live stream every day for multiple hours that I would like. But this weekend, because my wife, I just took her to the airport last night. It was a horrible, almost 5-hour experience with the traffic. There was some big accident or something, but anyway, I digress. So she's gone for the next week, and that means I'm busy taking care of the kid. So I won't be streaming all day, all weekend like I'd hoped, but that's okay. We're going to have a fun weekend nonetheless, and we're bringing home a kitten tomorrow, of all things. For my youngest, he has been wanting a pet, and we've got a friend that runs or works with a animal rescue, and we're supposed to pick up our kitten tomorrow afternoon and bring that home. So that's going to be fun. So I might be streaming with Kid and Kitten tomorrow afternoon. We'll find out. But yeah, let me know in the comments what kind of videos you'd like to see, because I am going to be staying up late and recording some video content. Definitely some things that are new and different, so we'll be doing some tutorial content on some of those major features as well, just to help out new players or players transitioning from the previous version of the game. All right, so we've gotten a contract out of the way. We've gotten a lot of the new equipment out of the way. Let me look at this calendar. When can I plant some sugar beets here? And also, is there snow in the winter? And what does that look like? I know there's snow in the winter. They've always had that. But I would kind of like to check out maybe some of that new sugar beet equipment. So let's see about moving the clock forward. Oh, that's right. We were going to scoop up our grains here on the ground. Let me do that first before I dive into something new. Driver, you play American Farming at work all the time on your iPad. Thanks for all the help and support with that game as well. Appreciate the kind words. In fact, we just released a major update for American Farming yesterday. I was up late getting that all sorted out. Alright, this is working, but I have that same problem. I can't get the last 9% of my hopper filled up here. Are you kidding me? Hang on. Go all the way down, flatten it out, bring my wheels back up off the ground. I had this problem in FS22 a lot too. Like seriously, you won't let me get the last 9%. These buckets are already small enough. Well, if I get out and run over here, what crop is in here? This is wheat as well. We just need to haul this up somewhere. Oh, you know what? We'll put it in our bin. We haven't put anything in our bins yet. Let's do that. We'll grab this little Challenger. I should add a multiplayer to American Farming. We will not be adding a multiplayer to this version of American Farming, at least. Unfortunately, it's difficult from a technology perspective and would require a complete overhaul of the game engine to support it. Early in the development stages, we were thinking about doing multiplayer, and then we just decided against it. Now, that said, that doesn't mean that we won't add multiplayer in future iterations of the game, but there's just no plans to do so right now. And I say I worked on the game, like I'm one of the main developers, but I'm also the executive producer, so kind of a product manager. I work with Grant and decide what goes into the game and how that's going to work, and I did a lot of the entire economy system in American Farming was all me. I did all the research on crop prices and animal prices and production rates and all the things that play together. Lots of Excel spreadsheets and such. Not even Excel, I was using Google Sheets, but same difference. So lots of fun experiences there. It was sure a lot of fun to work on that over the years. I think I was on the team for 2 years before launch, and now it's been a year after launch, and we're still going strong, still updating the game regularly. We just added a whole bunch of new feature function. So if you're interested in mobile farming games, definitely check that out. Alright, action cannot be performed here. I think I was outside of the wagon. There we go. Alright, that worked a lot better. Now let's try and scoop this up. Yeah, let me go in cab, see how hard this is going to be to figure out. Yeah, I never got good at doing this in real life without crashing into things. I don't know how they expect me to do it in a game. But we did it! Yay! We have scooped a load of wheat and dumped it into a trailer, and we only nearly tore the side off of that trailer. And we'll park this right in here. Good deal. Alright, well that's fun. And then, now that I've got some wheat, we cut down this tree over here, and I forgot to feed these chickens, so let's go do that real quick. I think I'm supposed to back into this area, so let me see how hard that's going to be. The answer is very hard for me. just don't have the turning radius to straighten that out from that sharp of a gap. Alright. Can I not put wheat in there? Oh, I can. I'm just not lined up well enough. Alright, let me try this one more time. Get over here a little bit. There we go. See, I want to do this before we start moving the clock forward just to see how our chickens do. I've got... That's the wrong menu. How do I go in here, maybe? Chickens. So now I've got food. Productivity is 0 because we haven't had food in there yet. Where's my house? I'm gonna leave the tractor running. Oh, that's right. They have the new buildable system over here for things. So here's a small shed, and I can drop wood beams, planks, and planks long in here to build this shed if I want. I'm kind of excited about that system. I don't know exactly how we're gonna see that leveraged on the different maps, but I know modders are gonna do some cool stuff with that. Can I talk to this guy? I can. Start conversation. R.
Well, hello there.
All right.
Let's check what needs to be done then.
I can help with harvesting.
Good. We need to harvest the grain before it rains. Do you own the required machines, or do you want to borrow them for a small fee? How do you want to do it?
I got everything I need. And he gave me a contract to harvest field 38. Random. Oh, way up there? Yeah, sorry, bud. Not right now. We'll get back to you. Let's sleep. What time do I want to wake up? Looks like I can pick any time of the day now, which is cool. Half-hour increments. Nice. We're going to sleep a day. Does the AI transport option work well? I feel like it works about as well as it did in FS22. We've been able to move around the map quite a bit, but I did have trouble getting it out to one field that was kind of on a side path back out in the way. The time allowed for your contract ran out. So, contracts do expire. That's good to know. What is the current date? I'm trying to get to... I was going to do sugar beets here. We're in September. I need to get to March. So let's go ahead and just do this a few more times real quick. Maybe we'll see some snow on the ground as we move through winter real quick here. Do. All right, that's October. I'll have to stop and look around in November here, see what the fall colors look like, because I think they've got seasonal foliage and stuff on the map. Pretty sure November is still considered fall. There we go. So we've got all the nice colors on the trees. All the grass is starting to turn kind of brownish. Got that nice sunrise orange color looking good. Maybe if I just tab around a little bit. Here's a good view. Can I jump the time up? How far can I go? 360 now is the max for time on Farm Sim 25. I want to bring the lighting up until like noon time here and see what the map looks like once the sun is out. We'll just keep driving around a little bit. Maybe we'll go down this curvy little road. I love this old pickup truck though. My grandpa used to have one like this. It was a Chevy, but the speedometer of all things is what I'm reminded of the most. It was one of those like whole dash ones with the needle that just moved across. Okay, so I'm at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm going to slow time down here a little bit. We're going to go external. I don't want to be in all the trees. Yeah, the lighting kind of changes here from summer. Everything's kind of got that little bit more, I don't know, cooler feel to it, it almost feels like. Looks good, though. I've got headlights that you can barely see right now. Maybe we'll advance into the darkness and see what the lights look like in the dark. I do have a flashlight. Man, I don't know if I can, whoops, take this first-person view now that we've got a third-person mode. I do like third-person mode, even if my guy is very rigid and awkward. Although, it's a little obnoxious with the railings here. Curious if there's an achievement for going up to the top. Not so much. There's a giant beach ball up here, though. Can I throw the beach ball over the side? I can. Look at that. No. Alright, we gotta go in person to deal with objects. Throw. Nope, that's more of a drop. Okay, drop it over the side. Woohoo! Alright, we're well in dark now. Let's turn on our flashlight. That doesn't look too bad. I can't go external while wielding the flashlight, though. That does feel a little bit odd. And then if you turn the flashlight off, you have to actually remember to go to the other view mode. So, like, I'm external here. If I turn the flashlight on, I instantly jump to first person. Seems a little bit awkward to me. I wonder why they couldn't do third person with the flashlight on. Alright, well, let's come down here and see what driving in the dark is going to be like. I'm going to get dizzy going down this stairwell like this. Woo! Alright, so I've only got the one set of headlights, no brights on this truck. Unless there's another option for it. I don't see any. Do I have a horn? That's not bad. Unfold cars, my tailgate? Yeah, I got a tailgate. Nice. Alright. Let's go in person. Oh yeah, I like that it's kind of the dim, old school lights for this. It doesn't really light up in front of me that well. Like the right hand side, like off to the side of the truck seems to light up, but straight ahead of me, not so much. Weirdness. The dead zone is a problem. We still can't drive, folks. Alright, well, I think this is interesting and all. Oh, we died. Alright, we're going to turn on these lights. I want to see what it's like out in the field. These lights are nice and bright. Some good lighting here. Headlights, those lights. What's it look like in cab? Oh, we've got kind of the glare on the windshield. Realistic, but also annoying. My dog is very unhappy upstairs, too. Alright, let's turn all these lights on and see how this goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 sets of lights. Looks pretty cool in cab. Let's put our auger out, see how the light on the spout works. Oh no, I had the auger out. I can't see my auger from in the cab? Apparently not. Alright, good to know. Does it light up inside? It does light up the inside of the grain cart, though. Alright, well that's cool. Do we have the John Deere 9RX 830 in the game? We do have some John Deere 9RXs. So we've got the 540, 590, 640. So not an 830. I can go US option. I have the different track sizes. I could put a front weight on. And I can do weights or 3-point on the back. So that's looking mighty nice. I don't even think I'm going to run out of money to even lease equipment here shortly. Let me go back up to the farm now real quick and get into the daylight. It's kind of hard to see equipment when it's all dark here. All right, now I should be able to find that 9RX. There's our 9RX. What kind of plows do I have? Let me see if I can grab a plow real quick. Nothing really US styled. Maybe this? Can I lease this? This would be a... I don't have enough money to lease it even. Oh, I'm at, like, negative money. Hang on. There's a bank for this. Finance is on this screen. There we go. Yeah, nothing really new with how loans and stuff work. And I wish I could loan more than 5K at a time. My poor mouse. I'm curious if it lets me go above 500K. It does. I don't know what the max is, but it's up there. We do have quite a bit of equipment on the farm, and we started with $1 million and bought fields. I'm gonna see if it lets me go above 1 million, or nope, 925 is my cap. It's got to be based on something that we own, some like net worth or something. All right, there's that, and I was just gonna check on the planters. We haven't done anything with a planter yet. So we'll grab a planter. And then I wanted to see the sugar beet equipment. So I'm going to go ahead and get that going here. This is a beet harvester header. Oh, those are for the self... I've got our standard Grimmy stuff. Those are for potatoes. That's the beet loader. I want these. So I got a defoliator and a harvester. I don't know if I need both of these, but I'm going to get one of each to play around with these. Because I've been kind of curious to check this out. Alright. But before we get into that, we're going to pick this up. Do I know if Mod Hub is available day one? It is. There were already 2 mods from modders in the Mod Hub. Some really basic ones, but it was there. Is the Dagelman rock picker still there? That's a good question. We can look at that real quick. There's not going to be a lot of mods day one, but there are a few. Dagelman, not here. What kind of mulchers do I have? Nothing really cool. We've got the big horse in there that we could use, I suppose. Subsoilers, no, like kind of US standard options. Yeah, I have to say, a little disappointed with some of the selection here. The cultivators have some options, but no plows in a US style, at least. We're going to run this over to the farm, though, real quick and play around with it, even though our fields are tiny and not justifying a piece of equipment like this. Oh, this dead zone is killing me. Well, that was unexpected. I mean, it's totally my fault, but you gonna let me off of here? I don't want to have to reset my equipment again. This bridge has already trashed one piece of equipment today. do the blinkers work. The blinkers work on everything. I like it. I guess it is December. We're going to move the time up a little bit to get some daylight here. I'm slowly getting used to the layout here on the farm. Professional tractor driver here? Oh, for sure. We are definitely the best driver in Farm Sim. Alright, dropping my speed back down so I don't lose the daylight. And this got all replanted as pasture, so I'm kind of curious to see if just running tillage over it is going to turn it back into field, or if we would have to actually plow it up to get this to be field again. Because we were messing with the animal pens earlier, right? So let's lower this down, and yeah, not gonna just automatically turn back into field. And I don't have, that was a mod that I used to use in FS22 to let me plow with this thing. So we're gonna skip that field. We're gonna come over here and run through it. There we go. Nice high-speed disc arrow here. Rocking it at 11 miles an hour. And there we go. And then if I go into here, I can do AI worker, do this. We're going to skip lines 1 and say, okay, this field's a little small for this, but I'm kind of curious to see him do it. The government subsidy generator signs is available. I did see that in the mod hub this morning when I took a look at it. Hey, Farmer Trio, how you doing? Our tiny little field here. Let's see our worker do a single skip row. The up-down rows are about 100 feet long here. It's barely even worth driving this piece of equipment out here, to be honest. No Degelman or Wilson this time around. That is true. Lots of equipment got dropped off, and even brands that they own, or not own, but license, like John Deere, we don't have, like, the John Deere planter available. So even though I did a skip row, he's still going to pull in and back up rather than do a normal bigger turn to pull into it. Yeah, I mean, it works, but a little disappointed. Alright, so I'm going to let this guy keep working on this. And we're going to... what am I going to do? We're going to move the time forward while we're doing this. Now we're just going to sleep. Sleeping will be easier. What is he trying to do here? Alright, this worker is not doing much better than I could do. Alright, let me check my camera. My dog has been barking non-stop for the last 5 minutes here. Make sure nobody's sitting up there at my front door trying to get in. Nope. There is a contractor across the road at the neighbor's house. Nothing I can do about that, folks. So if you hear a dog barking across the mic, I apologize. Here we go. Do some quick up-down rows here and get this knocked out. I need to get off at noon for getting the kid off of the bus. So I got 15 minutes here to plant some sugar beets and try and harvest them, hopefully. Oh, I thought that... Weird. My up-down rows are not quite where I thought they would be. That's okay. It's not lined up. I read Shakespeare and stuff, the first step of any farmer. I have no idea what that achievement is all about, but we got another achievement. That's pretty cool. I don't even actually need all parts of this field to probably be planted. We can just we can plant it as is, right? I don't even know if that planter is set up to no-till or not. All right, well, let's get this guy out of the way. We're gonna figure out if we can no-till with that planter in a second here. Oh my gosh, we're crashing into everything. Can you say how the game is playing on controller now? So I have not used a controller. I'm using a Thrustmaster steering wheel setup, and outside of my not being able to control my dead zone right now, for some reason, that everything else seems to be working great. But I don't have a controller hooked up to my PC in any way, so I can't tell you if the actual like console or just a player with an Xbox controller on PC is going to have a better or a worse time. Okay, ooh, this thing can do liquid fertilizer and seed. So let's see if I can refill on this. And it was just the other planter that was problematic for me. So I'm gonna get some liquid fertilizer purchased here. And then we're gonna get, nope, I want a pallet of seed like this. I know I have got one back up at the farm, but let's see if these are gonna work for me. Alright. Cover opened up on its own, but I still can't refill seed or fertilizer. Yeah, it's just there's no... I have not found in the menu... Oops. Controls. I'm used to having the shifter controls turned on so I can push spacebar to go backwards. There's no refill key. And I remember having this bug in FS22 at launch too. Oops. There's no refill. Oh my gosh, this dog will not stop. I'm just taking one more look here to make sure I didn't miss it. It just seems like such a weird thing to miss. I can change seed, which we've done. But yeah, there's just no reload option in there at all. The only option is to pick it up like a bag with the tractor, hold it in from the top, and have it get dumped in. Well, that is unfortunate, folks. Because that means I'm not going to have a great way to be able to fill this up. I don't have any kind of like super strength or anything like that. Can I, with the front loader that I have up here, do anything? Let's see. Where are my... Did I pass it? I must have... Oh, no, there it is. Wheel loaders. Wheel loader category. Big bag lifter. And then I need to buy big bags of seed instead. Consumables. Nope. Seeds. Seed bag. Buy, yes. Well, there you go. Another achievement. We'll get this brought up here. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm not doing that in cab. Lift it up. Probably should have come from the back, but... Can I get it? I can't get it in there. Are you kidding me? With this giant wheel loader? We're gonna swing around and try and hit it from the back. It worked on the drill. This is seeds, right? I'm clearly over-ish the hole. Well then. I don't know. We're just out of luck. Seems awkward. Let's see if this is a case of you can only fill it up if it's unfolded and on the ground. So I'm going to pull forward here. We're going to unfold this thing. Some nice sounds on the hydraulics there. I'm going to open this up manually, and then we're going to try and unload into it. I shouldn't need it to be, like, down in the ground for any reason. There we go. So I just needed it to be unfolded, is what it seems like? Because it's a little bit lower now, maybe? Okay. Awkward. I'm going to... Oh. Here, actually, let's use this. I'm going to put this thing down on the ground. And then I'm going to pick up a pallet fork real quick, and we're going to see if we can at least load liquid fertilizer with the pallet up in the air like we can other stuff. Let's grab this. Do. All right. I am super curious if this is going to work or not. These pallet forks look ridiculous on such a big front loader. Oh, we're losing our steering here. There we go. Alright. I've got the liquid fertilizer. I'm going to start by doing it here, even though that's semi-ridiculous. This is not where you should be able to do it. Alright. We're going to bring it around here and see. Oh. Joystick camera controls are still not my friend today. Flatten that out a little bit. Alright, I would not have expected that to work, but it was worth trying. I'm going to lower this down here, and we're going to jump over into the tractor and just try one more time. I really think it's just the bug where there's no refill key binding right now. There's nothing in the controls, there's nothing I can do, so until they add that back in, I'm kind of out of luck. I did not mean to do that at all. Oh my gosh, what is it you're trying to do? Alright. Don't hit the ridge marker while you're folding. At least we got some seed in here. There is walking pedestrians. Would you look at that? Very nice. Alright, so, real quick. Sugar beets. I do not have enough time to get this all done. Appreciate the 5-minute reminder there, Broder Guy. Road Warrior, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. We've been struggling through all of this manually today. Learning a lot about Farm Sim. A lot of things are the same. A lot of things are a little bit different. I'm gonna have to figure out what's up with the steering wheel, though, before a next stream/video for sure. This 90% dead zone is grating on me. There's that sign I took out earlier, half cocked into the road. Alright, I think our farm was right down here on the side road. I like all the dirt tracks left over from my horrible driving. Alright, we'll get this unfolded. While he's unfolding, we're going to run over here. I just want to at least plant something before we go. Where's my house? I went the wrong way. Lots of differences. There's a few differences. It's a lot of minor stuff, but it adds up. Let's see, that's January. We need to go at least 2 more. I think it's March. I'm just checking my alarms here. Yeah, 12:15 is the bus. I can push it by 5 minutes here. I just gotta walk to the end of the driveway. It's not that far. Somebody asked earlier for the augers. I'll take a quick look at it here. Road Warrior with the membership. Appreciate you, sir. You gifted a membership to yourself. That's weird how that shows up in chat. What was we doing? We were looking at the map to see if March is good enough. March. I'm looking for sugar beets. Yes, March is good enough. Let's go see if this thing has a drill. Yeah, I think you randomly got selected out of the list. Anybody who wasn't a subscriber, and it gave it to you. That's too funny, sir. Alright, planters on, and it is no-till. I do like that their no-till shows kind of the stuff left in the ground, but it does it everywhere, I suppose. Even though we did tillage on part of this other section. The dog's walking around here. Sorry, a doggo, we're gonna have to run you over. Let's see how the marker arms work here. With the new ground deformation, if they look any better. Oh my gosh, we can't drive. What mode am I in? Can I go to this? Okay. There we go. Alright, so it is just the plowed texture, just like it used to be. Nothing new there. We're gonna toss this up, get spun around, lock onto our... Oh, our Trek is way over there. Just make a giant mess of this field. That's alright. We wouldn't expect anything else. Yeah, only on YouTube, exactly. That's the one area that YouTube lags behind Twitch quite a bit. Oh my goodness. That was a another achievement that I didn't even read. I was distracted, but Twitch handles memberships and donations and stuff, I feel like, a lot smoother than YouTube does right now. Okay, we're almost there. I'm going to just plant one last section on this side over here. We're not even going to bother with our headlands and skip the time forward just a bit here. I want to see what it looks like. We're not going to have time to harvest this, though, this stream, folks, unfortunately, because I do have to go get my kid off the bus here in the next 10 minutes, but I wanted to at least do a little bit of planting here, see how this equipment's working. It's looking pretty good. Alright, let's start the clock. It's probably better to skip days. I'm already missing all the mods we have in FS22, like the one where I can sleep anywhere mod, different things like that. I don't know, there's just a lot going on here. Oh, and I got distracted again. Somebody asked me to show the augers. Let's do that, since we're not going to be able to do anything else more meaningful in the short term. It looks like we do have the Meridian and the Conveyall that we had in FS22. So a nice giant auger there, and our loading auger. So those do still exist. Alright. Well, with that, I'm going to move the time forward a month, and we're going to see what these crops look like. The graphics do look a lot better than FS22. I say a lot better. The lighting looks a lot better than FS22. The graphics are not that different, I don't feel like. Better colors. The colors and lighting and stuff feels a lot better. The user experience, the UI, I like a lot more. All the menus and the purchasing screens and how that's all laid out, huge improvement to the user experience, if you ask me. Alright, here we go. We just spent like 40 grand in vehicle leasing fees. Zip out here to our field. There's all our sugar beets, and look at the weeds. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I miss precision farming already, because the weeds are pretty much all or nothing in base game, and they are all over the place. I guess there's a little bit of spottiness in a few areas, but still. Alright, well, folks, I appreciate everybody who's come and hung out today in the stream. If you enjoyed the stream, hit that thumbs up button. It does help me out a lot. And unfortunately, I got a jet. I've got a kid that needs to get off the bus, and we've got a busy afternoon getting ready for bringing home a new kitten tomorrow for him. He's super excited about it, and so if we don't get everything ready, he's going to be really disappointed. So we're going to be focusing on that this afternoon. I'm going to be putting out videos for FS25 over the weekend. I'm going to work on that some later tonight and try and showcase a few things. Try to start getting some tutorial videos ready for the things that are different, because there are quite a few things that are different, and I think some tutorial videos are going to help people out. I know I wish I had some going into things this morning. So we'll be working on that over the weekend. So let me know in the comments here or on Facebook or on Discord what you guys want to see video-wise coming from me over the next week here, as we're in the early parts of FS25, and I'll do my best to accommodate. However, that's going to be everything that I've got for today. We will see you guys hopefully tomorrow for some live streaming again, as well as Sunday and Monday as we get into the rest of the early access weekend here. However, that's all for today. Kedrick out.